What's up, everybody, man? You already know what time it is. It's your boy, the host with the most, your boy Dub Q is in the building. Y'all already see it, man. Before we get started with this thing, man, come on in, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Look, we got a lot to talk about today, and we're gonna get into it as we get into it. So make no mistake about it. Look, Devin White, is it worth the Carolina Panthers to go out there and stick their arms out on the line to try to get this guy potentially? Uh, is there also, any hope for us to make something like that happen to get well, I ain't gonna say an all pro, but a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker in this building? Let's all look at it as we get into it, as well as uh, make no mistake about it. When it comes to the Carolina Panthers, and when you see Demir Bird and this wide receiving corps, where do we stack up now with Demir Bird in the building? Like, how y'all feeling about that potential move? And did that put us over the apex, or are we still a couple of pieces away from being able to give our newly found quarterback some potential weapons? Man, before we get into it, y'all know we're gonna also talk about that quarterback spill too. So y'all already know what time it is, man. What's going on with your poppin' brother, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good, man. How you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good over here, man. You already know what time it is. Your boy Dub Q is in the building, man. We're gonna give ourselves a horn for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Look, popping. We got a lot to get into, man. First and foremost, let's attack the wide receivers, man. Demir Bird has come
Get it,
back home. How you feeling, brother?
Mr. Ah. I was a fan of Demir Bird when we drafted him. He was definitely one of those top top fast wide receivers that we wanted to see take the top off. Wanted to see if he can really break some people's ankles and spread that field and take it in for the long one. Pause. Uh, he's had an okay career, you know what I'm saying? He had a bounce back career for sure because he came in small, not weighing a lot. I think he's about 5'8". He's probably about a 175 when he came into the game. And he really tried to put in a lot of effort and putting on weight and muscle when he was here, but kind of got the injury bug. But overlooking his career, he still has been a decent weapon. Seemed like he took on that if my quarterback's in trouble, you can give it to me type of wide receiver. I don't know if he
Okay.
still has the speed as he used to. 'Cause like I said, he went through a couple lower extremity injuries, which usually happens when you got somebody who's really fast. But I mean,
Hmm.
it's a decent addition. You know what I mean? I don't think he's not a number one. He's not a number two, but he's a slippery weapon that we don't have on this team with efficient hands. He pretty
Okay.
much he pretty much told Shy get the hell out the way.
So all I got from this just now, what you said, Pop, is we brought in another injury-prone goddamn receiver. Is all I got from that.
Well, I mean his injuries, I think are over with. Like he hasn't had major injuries since he left here, or when he got here. He kind of he got hurt while he was here, and I think that's the main reason why they didn't keep him. So whatever trick, whatever water, whatever vitamins he started taking, it he started becoming healthy. You know, he played on several different teams. I mean, he kind of bounced around just like your boy from what's the other guy? I can't think of it. I call him the NFL whore because they just bounce him around left and right. Uh, he's a shorter wide receiver too. Cooks, Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's the NFL whore. Sorry, Brandon, but that's just what it is. He gets
Damn.
slutted out.
So the way I'm looking at it right now is still to me. I knew we had to make another moving receiver, but I was expecting it to be via the draft. So that scared the living hell out of me. First of all, that they decided to go and bring this cat back, knowing
Why?
that he was battling injury. I mean,
Why? No, no, no,
let
no, no,
me.
no.
Let
Don't
me.
let this scare you. Cause see what happened. What's gonna happen is we're gonna put Shy back there because I told you some of these teammates are gonna be expendable. So you're gonna put Shy back there for punts, kick returns, and that's just gonna be his job. He's just gonna be a kick return, punt return specialist. Because when
Okay,
it comes down to catching the ball, he seems to want to talk junk to the CBs and DBs more than he wants to pay attention to, doing his job. So since you can't focus, we'll just give you something else that you can work on, and hopefully you'll be a great returner.
so
And
what happens
mhm.
when he injured and can't make it into the game? Because at some point in time, this boy has not played a full season in a while. Pop hasn't played a full season.
Well, I think that's because he's not featured as a premier wide receiver. He's just coming off the bench. He doesn't, he's not going to get in there and play the whole game anyway because of his frame and his injuries. But at the same time, if you utilize him the right way and just bring him in on maybe third and 6, he can get you them yards. Like I said, he's a blanket. He's a small blanket, baby blanket, but he got good hands and he knows how to get open.
Well, see, okay, that might got you already, but for me, Thielen seems to be the only target that we can really truly rely on that isn't injury prone. Because think about it, your boy Shy Smith, when he ain't battling drugs and dishing that out, he can't
Right.
get on the field because he always hurt. Now, Terrence Marshall Jr., don't even get me started with his plastic knees. Uh, season since he's been in the league. Then you look at LaVisca. LaVisca only comes in for gadget plays when he's available, but nobody knows when the hell that is. Then you look around. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real, bro. Um,
But you just answered the question, Q. We're going to get another wide receiver. We have to.
DJ getting it done either.
But look, these all right. So DJ Chark, he's here for 1 year, unless he goes above and beyond. Laviska Chanel, I think, is done after this year. Okay, so that means possibility that's 2 wide receivers gone. You got Thielen's here for 2 years. He just got here, and then who else you got? So you have to go get a wide receiver. They have no choice. Oh, we won't have any on the team next year. And I know Wiley Panther Germany, he really is big on Preston Williams. I think he came out of Miami.
Yeah,
Bigger guy, possession receiver. Maybe they'll bring him along.
but that's a lot of. You just said the keyword maybe. Hopefully they'll bring him along. I mean,
Yeah,
we got to wish for that shit to happen. I want a sure number two to walk through this door. Because, like I said, we got Thielen as a number two, and then we got a whole host of number threes just around here. So for me, that worries the living hell out of me. But Pat Man, welcome on in, brother. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I was just checking in. Just checking in. Don't pay me no mind right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I got you. I got you.
and the sniper.
We'll come back into you in a minute then. Like,
All
look,
right.
bro. I like Demir Bird, but to me, this signing was uh okay.
Sorry.
We guys think about it. If you got a room full of handicaps and nobody how to take care of the handicap, and you got a room full of crazy people like one guy got a leg, one guy got body issues, missing an eye or some shit. I mean, come on, how we gonna tend to each other? Come on, man.
A lot of duct tape. It's a lot of duct tape.
Bad ACL. One of them boys, the ankle, the arm, the leg, the groin. I mean, they
Oh,
got.
head, arm, legs. Oh man.
Come on, man. And so all I'm saying is it causes me to worry for the young quarterback that's gonna come in. Like the best thing about a quarterback is getting rhythm and getting in with guys that's going to be able to be there. But if you don't know, if it's a question mark at receiver, you're going to have a lot of trouble trying to get this young quarterback in rhythm.
You're right.
So that could stunt his development when you
You're
got
right.
a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't even on the field.
Yeah, we got a lot of PTO wide receivers.
Mm. Oh man, them boy putting their PTO in already.
Yeah, just leave me a sticky note if you ain't gonna be able to play Sunday on my locker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, so that's why I really believe, like, the GOAT. He keep talking about that 39th. What we gonna do? I am a firm believer that there is a jewel somewhere in the draft for all positions, even if you get picked later on in the draft. We've seen it because the NFL will make some of these guys be great. You're gonna have one there, but we just don't know if our scouting team, our coaches, can find that one. Because just because you get picked in the first round doesn't mean you just gonna come out and just be a baller. You know what I mean? You can mess around and not do absolutely nothing. So
Hmm.
we gotta find our jewel. Somewhere in there. We might have to go with two wide receivers. To be honest with you, and I wouldn't be mad at that. But I mean, it's a risk to take. I know that they brought in, I think his name Demarius something, Demarius something. But he's a quick, small wide receiver, real shifty, just like a Tank Dell or Bird, the Birdman. He's one of them types. Uh, I think they're looking for another shifty burner type of wide receiver, and we'll probably get one. And who knows?
Shout out to 704, man. Agent 704 said these weapons we got will fly under the radar. People are sleeping on this coaching staff. It's going to be a show. I don't deny that when they're available. Now, the question is, how available will these guys be? Like, I can promise you, we just got 5 injury-prone receivers in the building, and we got one Adam Thielen who's been Mr. Healthy, Mr. Reliable. Now, beyond that, how can we count on these boys to be available come time? Like, think about it. Think about it. We played 17 games now.
Hmm.
So 17 games. Are we going to at least have 10 games with everybody on the field all together? Are we going to have that?
It'd be nice to see. I mean, probably not. Probably not.
Exactly. So that means there's going to be games where you're going to struggle because you don't know who's going to be in the lineup at wide receiver.
Hmm. Yeah.
Unless we make some modifications and go out there and pick some guy, pick at least a guy. If we can get one of those young guys out of the draft that's going to be dependable, I'll feel a lot more comfortable because, like I said, to me, this Demir Bird thing was just a hometown welcoming him back. I think that what it was more than anything. I don't think he's going to be an impact move. In the words of Pat Man, is he that guy? I
Right.
don't think that guy that's going to make a difference.
But no, he's not that guy. Like I said earlier. He is a safety net because I think that's smaller than a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
He's a safety. He's a safety net for when things break down and everybody's covered. He's so quick and can just slip inside and get open. I mean, I was looking at the highlights with him and Cam with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked good. I mean, I know he didn't play a full season because he wasn't the main. They didn't like put him in the scheme, but he looked good.
So
He
Pop,
did all right when he was in Atlanta. Surprisingly,
but Pop, think about it. Demir Bird, nobody's ever questioned his speed, and they always said in this league, if you have speed, you have a place on somebody's roster. I mean, the thing is, can he catch the damn ball? That was his problem before.
really,
Like when it comes to him, he had more drops than anything when he was with us back in the day. It's
I don't
like
think
you.
I don't think he has that problem anymore. I don't think. I think he solidified his hands. I think he went somewhere and found some new hands. I don't know where he went. Maybe it was South Carolina. Maybe I don't know where, but I think he found his hands. I mean, he's not gonna be your 1,000 yard. If you get 600 yards out of him and 3 touchdowns, I'm alright.
That's definitely an overachievement.
That's overachievement. That's really pushing it. But like you said, we got a lot of what was that game back in the day where you had it was like a patient land. The board was the patient, and you had to take the little needles and try to grab the bones out of them. Or but if the tweezers touched, it would like it would. I don't know. It's an old ass game. Was it Doctor
Man.
Fix It? We got a lot of those on the team. Yes.
Ah, shout out to MDJ365. He says, we don't have any 1,000-yard receivers on the team currently, but we do have enough for a quarterback to spread the ball around and be effective. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Um, the thing is when it comes to screen slants, all that stuff, you got LaVisca, you got Shy Smith, now you got Demir, and you have this guys that it feed. I got a little feed. But that's the one thing, man, getting them down the field, getting those guys out in the open space for opportunities. That's what they're there for. Then you got the Thielens, who is the guy that can be your technician, the route guy that can always get open and can punish people across the middle in the slot. I mean, DJ Shark, me, is just a guy. And you got to have a quarterback that's able to deliver that ball and really get down the field to give him. So he's our Philly Brown, if you ask me.
Yeah.
When Cam Newton had that strong year, and Philly Brown getting down the field, and he was steady getting open and getting behind people. That's what DJ Chalk is to me right now. I mean, that guy just can get open. Now, can he be explosive in the open field potentially? But that's what's keep getting him hurt. I mean, you can't be so much explosive when your body already telling you no, this ain't the way to go. Can't do it, bro.
Appreciate it, Agent, for it. And see, in Supernova, y'all right. It was called Operation. You know, I remember that, man. I got an older sister, bro. So we had that game, man. That's exactly what's gonna happen if we don't if these guys don't stay healthy, man. It's gonna be operation after operation after all you're gonna be is every time. Appreciate that, Agent 704, man. You know, I try to keep a hat or two around. You know what I mean? I ain't really like I went a whole year without buying no memorabilia, bro. Maybe 2 years because when Matt, oh, did I
There you go. There you go.
Ryan? My bad. That who shall not be named, I knew it was over with. I just knew it. It's like this guy. I mean, so I just couldn't believe in him, and
Mm.
I just wasn't gonna spend no money. But when this new regime came in, I bought 2 brand new hats, and they fire. They are fire. I can't wait to show them to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a hat plug, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I love hats.
Well, speaking of plugs, make sure y'all go over to spreadshop.com and cop some of that Black Cat Panther podcast merch, man. The link will be in the description. Spreadshop.com. You can always cop you a nice logo shirt and just be out there. Look, your boy Q gonna start pulling them all out in a few. So come on, man. Rock with your boy Q, man. Come on now. But next, Pop.
Yes, sir.
Devin, what would it be? What would it mean to have a linebacker of his caliber? Now, I've done this argument before for Roquan. I've done this argument before for a bevy of guys that became available, which was homeboy from the Rams that became available, the linebacker. And every time I do this, it seems to really, really, really get under people's feathers. Would you trade for a linebacker like a Devin White that made a Pro Bowl in 2021, or would you potentially try to get a homegrown drafted talent? How you feeling, brother?
I mean, both choices are great. The problem is there's no way that Atlanta's gonna give him to us. So we're better off trying to get our own guy here, homegrown, cornbread fed on some Carolina barbecue and a Bojangles box. Because we're not gonna get nobody like Devin White, man. You know what I mean? So uh I'm predicting that we get one of these good old linebackers at the 39th pick. If y'all been watching the show and been keeping up with Q, you know, he has changed some of his picks and favorites. Uh, he was a real big Noah Sewell guy. He put me on him. I started looking
Mm-hmm.
at Noah Sewell. I like Noah Sewell. He was the very first person I ever heard talk about Jack Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta give Q some credit, man. He was throwing some names out there, and people are finally jumping on board. You know what I mean? Without saluting my man's for real.
I
And
appreciate I appreciate that.
Drew Sanders, that comes from my other guy, Wiley, Panther Germany, and he's enlightened us, and now we on the Drew Sanders plane. So I would love to get Drew Sanders for sure,
Hmm.
and let him be our Devin White. No point intended.
I agree with you 1000% about Drew Sanders. After going back, like I said, in the earlier days back, in September, October, I was looking at Jack Campbell, and like I said, everything keep jumping off the screen with him, and it made sense of why it kept jumping off the screen because I kept telling people this cat reminds me of 𝐥𝐤𝐬, and then come to find out those two were studying together. He took him up under his arms and had him as his guy. So that's why it seemed to just jump on the screen. But I want our own homegrown talent. I love what White could be. He's 25 years old. He's going to be an expensive target if we try to get him.
Yeah,
Um,
and why
and
not get a young linebacker for the low?
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But
we already got a young team.
you got a young team. You on the cusp of growing. You got a new guy that's supposed to be your defensive coordinator. 3-4 is what he's running. Why don't you get a guy catered to his specific system? I mean, instead of just getting a guy that you would have to plug in and show him the system, get a guy that can come in and run the system already because he has familiarity with it. Drew Sanders is that guy. And it don't get any better. Like I said, the quickest set of feet that I've seen from a linebacker, his body just moves without even being. It's like he see and he's already there moving before his body even telling him to go.
And he a
It's a
dog,
thing.
yo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, dog.
let me ask you this, Q. From what I've been hearing, and I don't know if I'm right because I'm not like the biggest study of a 3-4 defense. I'm still trying to learn more and more about it. But
Mhm.
I'm hearing that you don't really have to have a middle linebacker like that in a 3-4 scheme. Is that correct?
I think that's incorrect. Look at San Fran back in the day when they had Navarro Bowman, they had Patrick Willis, and those guys. They were products of the 3-4 linebacker system. They made it better having two guys in the middle that could come through. And when your D tackles can't get to them, because they had Alden Smith and those guys back in the day, I used them for the biggest comparison because they were the best ones to use the 3-4 and really succeed with it. Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman. You remember they were like the best 1-2 tandem in the league, and they would, I mean, run into the football. Boom. You remember Patrick Willis? We all said that Patrick Willis and Luke Kuechly was like the number one, number two for years. They
Hmm.
bounced 1A, 1B, 1A, 1B, and when Patrick Willis had to retire, Luke Kuechly took it completely over. And so just looking at you gotta have a dog in the middle at the 3-4 because when those big D tackles, when they get passed by or when somebody swim by them, you gotta be able to have somebody that can come right on in and clean it right on up. You gotta have that.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Q hit me out with that knowledge. Putting your boy on this afternoon on this beautiful, what's it, Saturday? Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. All right. So it does matter then that we get a piece like that and plug him right in, you know, and knock some heads off.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Shout out to 704. He said I had him sold on Campbell. I'm sorry, I just look at the chat. Yeah. Drew Sanders, I see one of his videos. Look, that guy is a beast, man. I'm
Telling
telling
you,
y'all right now.
go look at him, Brett. He can play, Brett. He can play linebacker. He can blitz on the outside. He's a problem.
Bro, I watched his combine because I wanted to combine. A lot of people call it the underwear Olympics, but outside of the pads, you get to see how smart a guy really is, and you get to see the hand-eye coordination and how fast his reactions was. That's what I was looking at with Drew Sanders, and when he got up there and it was his time to really get up there and do his exercises where they got you going from the left to the right, front, back, coming back over to the side. I mean, he was on it. He was on it.
Yeah,
And then
smooth.
his coverage skills is going to be second to none because, like I said, he has the ability to deduce what he is seeing first and get to it so fast. His reaction time and his closing speeds are what makes him so deadly. So watch what I'm saying on this one. You guys got to kind of pay attention to it. His closing speed is going to be reminiscent of somebody we saw on the field at one time. I'm not going to put him in the same category, but all I'm saying is he has great closing speed for a linebacker.
I seen a video of him, and he hit this guy so hard. I mean, the sound ricocheted through the stadium. Everybody, like even the announcers, the crowd, like, oh, like it seemed like everything stopped because the earth just shattered. How hard he hit this dude. He hit the
Whew.
hell out of this dude.
So look, there's two more guys that I also talk about when I go to the linebacker discussion. For me, and this is me personally, if the Panthers have the chance to get any one of these guys, I'll be happy. So number one, Drew Sanders. Number two, Jack Campbell. Number three, Noah Sewell. I'm shying away from Simpson from Clemson because he has not shown me enough. I don't see the dog in that guy. Like I said, the more and more I look at film on him, the more and more I get turned off because it just seems like he hasn't learned the position yet, and it's going to take a little too long to get him up to speed. He reminds me of what we got already in Brandon Smith, a guy that just, when it comes to making open field tackles, he misses them sometimes. So I'm staying away from him. Number 4 is this guy named Dion Henley. He's a young, hungry guy. And what sets him apart from everybody else is he wasn't really noticed because of where he came from. I think it was Washington State that he was coming from, and it was a small school. So he had to really get out there and fight. The Senior Bowl, he had to fight and claw. And then it's like, when you look at this guy, he has the athleticism to be one of the good ones because
He's a smaller guy, right?
he's a smaller guy. He's right at 6 foot or some change, but I mean the guy has speed. And
Yeah,
when I'm talking about speed, he can close just as fast as I was saying other guy can close in that closing speed, he has it too. But it's just him having the knowledge to know when the plays are coming from. That's what he lack at. That getting to and be able to breaking down the plays. And then lastly, this guy from Texas named Overshow. Overshow is a monster. But the
yeah.
problem is he didn't win enough games in Texas, so he don't get looked at in the same light as those other guys. So
Right.
Overshow is an under the radar guy. Henley is an under the radar guy. Look, Jack Campbell and Sanders are the two number one guys. And if you had to get a guy, if those two are gone, Henley is the guy that's sitting in the middle. So you can't go wrong with them.
No, you can't. I wanted to ask you about because I know this is I believe the GOAT wants an edge rusher. I believe
Yeah,
that's what he wants. And I'm cool with that too. You know they brought in BJ Ojolari. If I'm messing your name up, sir, I'm sorry.
it's the LSU. Yes, sir.
LSU. They bringing him in or have brought him in for one of their 30 visits. What you think about BJ?
I think BJ Ojo, but the problem is with him. Um, do you want him in the? Do you want him standing up? I mean, that's basically what we got to figure out with him, because he can play some linebacker, but do you really want him out there in coverage where he trying to go toe to toe with receivers and tight ends? That's the question that you need to have with him. Do you want a guy of his stature to be out there trying to run with those little boys?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't
So
know.
if you get him, then you're gonna probably have to try to put him in the dirt. Can he beat his person one on one? That's the next question. He's
Yeah,
one of those guys that needs a little bit of polishing. I like him, but it's gonna take at least a year or two for him to get in his comfort zone and eat.
right.
And are we in the position to really wait around on a guy opposite of Brian Burns for another 3 years potentially? Because look, it took Derek Brown 3 years. It took Brian Burns at least 2 years before he manifesting what you saw out of him.
Mhm.
So we have the time to pressure.
I think we do. I think we kind of do. You know what I'm saying? Because we still got to get more weapons for our quarterback. Our quarterback still needs to develop. Um, so while all that's going on, I mean, the bad thing is about is that we know we got three major spots we need. We need an edge, we need a middle linebacker. No, matter of fact, it's four. We need another corner, and we need another wide receiver. To have 4 of those hit out of 6 picks in this draft would be crazy. I mean, it's all gonna come down to development, though, of course. But I mean,
Here it is with me.
it's difficult.
I think around the third round, maybe that second, we might take either the 39 or the 93, excuse me, and target 2 guys. Byron Young of Tennessee and Zach Harrison of Ohio State if you're going to get an edge rusher. Those 2 guys are going to be the cream of the crop. Zach Harrison is a guy that can get out there and play linebacker, and he can get in that ground and put his hand in the dirt. So you want a guy that's versatile enough to be able to do that. I did a video back on him a while ago. His numbers, the forced fumbles, the interceptions as a linebacker is off the charts. But the problem is he didn't get enough playing time because look who's on his team. His team is so freaking stacked. He had Ohio State, and you got to look at it. You got another guy that's sitting on his team that's going to be highly touted in the second, third round. But then you look on the offensive side of the ball, the defense really wasn't on the field much because you got Marvin Harris's and 𝐥𝐤𝐤, whatever you call the wide receiver that's going in the first round this year. You got all those weapons C.J. Stroud had. They didn't really have time to field much, but what there was, he was making plays. So this is all about a product of, okay, can you get a guy, put him in your system and give him time to really, grow? That's what we from Zach Harrison.
And y'all gotta like y'all. I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all watched Ohio play last year. They waited till the last second to hike the ball. Like they use if it's 33 seconds up there, they're using 29 of it before they hike the ball. So they take a long time. They eat up the clock.
Now, did you notice something on my man right here, Chris Hopkins? Shout out to him. He said Sidney Brown or Julius Brents for cornerback or either safety. Did you notice the Carolina Panthers brought in Julius Brents from Kansas State? They brought him for a meeting with the potential guys that they could take at that number 39. So the Panthers might be looking at a cornerback at number 39. You never know. Brought him in for they looking at Julius for some reason, bro. He'll be sitting there at that 39 pick too. Now, is he worth the 39 pick?
I don't know much about him.
What Julius Brents, cornerback from Kansas State. Like I said, he's a good guy. To me, I think that we could have made well, no. I'll put it like this. He is the 56th best player in this entire draft. He's touted as probably a top 5, top 6 cornerback in this entire draft, in a draft filled with cornerbacks. So
Yeah,
only person that Gonzalez is gonna be number 1, Witherspoon is gonna be right there. Joey Porter and Banks is gonna be there, and Cam Smith from South Carolina is gonna go ahead of him, but he's right there. It's like him and DJ Turner from Michigan are neck and neck. Those 2 big, bulky corners that can come out and make plays. So I see what they're trying to do with this cat. But is it going to overshadow what we need more? Do you need more of a linebacker at number 39, or do you need a guy like Julius Brents that's going to come in and solidify opposite of 𝐥𝐤𝐤? Because he'll be an immediate starter if he come in.
Immediate starter, huh?
He's an immediate starter because you getting him at 39, he's projected. I mean, think about it. He's damn near almost a first-round pick because that's just how high that pick is.
Yeah.
He almost would have went in the first round.
Yeah, you say he's number 56 best player. Like that's big.
Yeah. Out of 32 picking in the first round, he's 56. So I mean, you got a chance to get a guy, and you can get a guy that can really make a difference. So I would like him had we not had a need for a linebacker and edge rusher so bad. I mean, it's a toss-up between the 3 positions, man. You can go anywhere at 39 right now. Let's just be real. It's all about how do they value their cornerback room? Do they think C.J. Henderson and Keith Taylor, do they want them to play big minutes? Because if they don't want those boys to play no minutes, then they're going to go out and they're going to draft this guy at number 39. That's what the hell they're going to do because they just went and got another guy, Rowe, And they're trying to make sure that they put enough guys on this field so that they don't have to play them 2 guys.
And
So
I'm all with it. Please don't let them touch the field. I mean, they can cut the grass, but please don't.
look, if
I don't
that's
know. I don't know which one's worse because they both equally mess up in
bruh,
big time parts of the game. So it's like I just don't want them on my team no more. I mean, shout out to them. I mean, I know it's hard to get in the NFL,
mm,
but I'm just not seeing any improvement. I mean, especially when you got people to say they was at the game and they're all yelling, "Turn your head around." That's sad.
that's a
That,
damn it is. Look,
that's
if they decided, okay, CJ Henderson and Keith Taylor, they'll hit their liabilities. They have them on the roster right now because contractually it's going to cost them more to cut them. So that's the only reason why these two are still on the roster, I believe. Now, you got J.C. Horn, you got Dante Jackson that's just now. On them two, you got else at corner.
nah.
So you're gonna need that might be the second
That-
most important pick for us right now if you look at it.
Now that we broke it down like that,
Mm-hmm.
because we got people that if given more time, they can probably produce like Barno. We're hoping Barno come along. If they took the 39th pick and went and got a corner like him, or damn, man, we in a hard situation. I can't even get out my mouth because I'm sitting here thinking like, which one is worse? Because we've seen the repetitiveness of these guys getting hurt, not being able to play the full season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really making you, man, you might have to go corner 39.
That's what it looking like to me. Like I know edge rusher is so important, but if they're trying to say, so we got 2 options on the way to pop. 2 options. One, you can say let's build this defensive line so strong, so big, till the back part won't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the philosophy. Then you go edge rusher. But if you're looking and you saying, let's make sure we'll have the ability to be balanced on this team and be able to cover, then you go out and you say, okay, opposite of Deontay and Jeremy Chin, not Jeremy Chin, Deontay and then JC Horn, I don't have nothing else. I need to get another body in here that could come and play big minutes so that way I don't have to rely on those two. You're going to have to go corner. So that means that second round pick and that third round pick is going to be 2 defensive players. You can bet your sweet ass on that. It's going to be
So,
2
so where's the sexy pick talking about? That ain't sexy.
It's going to be sexy in the long run.
Oh man. Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. So
But
long run gonna be sexy.
yeah, when we win around, you got another that could stop somebody, then yes, it's going to be worth it. But if you out there and you can't stop a damn soul, and you got CJ Henderson in the game now because you ain't got no hope, and he getting pass interferences, y'all already know how that shit gonna go. You can go ahead and chalk that up as penalty yards for the other team, and they're gonna be getting scores.
Yeah, man, I mean, even when let's say it's a long drive, one of them corners gonna have to come out the field to get a break. It's a long game. So who you gonna put in there? And you're just like, well, mm-mm.
Well,
It's
it leaves food for thought. What direction is the Panthers going to go in at 39? Are they going to really? Because think about it, they've got nothing but D tackles. They got all these big bodies, so it's kind of signifying that they want to build this defensive line to the point where they get a dominant defensive line. They want to do that and have multiple bodies to threat people. That's what it's looking like. So if that's their philosophy, them boys might go. They could potentially go edge rusher and get one of those guys, Andre Carter or whoever that's available at number 39 as the best edge rusher, or BJ Ojulari. And
putting
then
that pressure on you that way you can't really air the ball out like that.
Mm-hmm.
They on
So
your
they could build his defensive line because think about it. When we had our best success, we had our defensive line so overpowered with KK and Kawan. I mean Kawan and Starla Tulale, and then we had guys like 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐤. We had Mario Addison. Look, we had a bevy of guys. Hardys of the worlds. We had people come off the edge and really dominate. Everybody, we had bodies to throw at people. So
ass.
therefore, no weakness in our game. And think about who we had at cornerback back then. I think we went and got what's the little dude from the Rams? We went and got him and brought him in that fought Andre Johnson on the field.
I
He
forgot his name.
was
I
short
remember that.
with the little light dude on. We brought him in that year, and we had Norman on the other side. And then the following year we went and got old boy from Chicago, Charles Tillman. We went and got him the next year. But we had that year where we had old and not remember that a young dude named Andre Johnson fought his ass and beat his ass on the field.
Mm. Yeah, we done had some episodes on that defense, boy.
Yes, sir. I'm looking him up right now. I couldn't remember his name. Cortland Finnegan.
That was it.
Had Cortland Finnegan on the field, man.
Colin
But
Finnegan, boy, he was spicy.
look, he was interesting. He couldn't cover worth a damn, but he was a good body to throw out there.
Mm-hmm.
We so many pieces on this team, man, because we got Kurt Coleman. Kurt Coleman ended up being one of the best pickups we ever got from the dollar store.
You ain't lying.
He's a dollar store Hall of Famer in my book.
You ain't lying. Kurt Coleman came in and just he tore up the league that year, boy. I'm like,
But name
where the hell he come from? Benet Wickery. He messed up one time and they got him off the team. I'm like,
man,
for real?
he messed up at the time. He let Julio get 300 on his ass.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know, man. He played so well all through the year. Everybody has a bad game. Uh, Unfortunately, I've seen C.J. Henderson have several bad games. So,
Uh, look, in 17 of them, he had at least one good game the whole season. That's it. One good game.
but Benet, man, I like Benet, man. I don't know what happened with that, bro. I think they should have gave him more time.
Look, we put the link in the chat, man. We haven't gotten to the quarterback discussion yet, but you know that's coming. But we talked about linebacker, the potential of getting the homegrown talent in here. What we're gonna do at number 39, as well as we potentially spoke on in the beginning. God, I had it on the top of my head. Receiver, your boy came in here. Uh, Demir Bird, and we were talking about potentially what did that do for our wide receiver room. So I just put the link in that if you guys want to pull
Pull
up.
up, Wally.
Y'all already know what time it is. Welcome to Black Cat Panther Podcast. If you're watching this, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe to the channel. Show that love, man. We in here. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all feeling generous, want to show love, the cash apps out there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we're here for y'all. We love y'all, man. We
Make
love.
sure the GO.A.T morning show is going to be every Tuesday and Wednesday. GO.A.T usually go in.
Yeah, check out his channel too, Mud Ink Outlaws. He's already been telling y'all that he's about to do a crazy giveaway on draft night, on draft day actually, a couple hours before it starts. So make sure y'all get in there, y'all subscribe, and shoot, maybe y'all can get on here and show us y'all gift if y'all win something.
Look, your boy 𝐸𝐞 done took off for them days, man. So I will be in y'all face all Thursday, all Friday, all Saturday. Y'all already know what time it is, man.
I'm
I
trying to
can't
decide what I want to do, man. Like I want to do something with the show, you know what I mean, and get in here and turn up with you. But I didn't know what everybody's schedule was gonna be. Uh,
mm,
then I thought about buying tickets, go down there and be in the stadium. But I don't know if I want to deal with all them crazy folks. Cause Charlotte can get wild, yo. I live here. I already
oh
know. Yeah, we turn up. You know what I mean?
look,
Gotta be
wait.
careful.
Look, if y'all go into it, make sure y'all somebody from there connect on the show and show us what it's looking like at the live watch party. If y'all going down there to the stadium and that we will be live. So make sure y'all connect on in us and show us what it's looking like. That'll be dope to see. We want to get into it, man. Draft night is going to be so lit. Y'all don't want to go anywhere else. This is going to be the place for you. I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on content wise. Wiley, what's good, brother?
Yeah,
Wow, Wiley still get it together. Look,
yeah.
man, you see it. You see the reports. Oh, AR-15 just keeps coming back up, bruh.
Like
How do you feel about that, Pop?
it
Oh,
was
yeah,
perfect.
my
This is a perfect time. Koala just got in here, so this is his favorite subject.
You go ahead and
what? Oh, probably you ain't right, bro. You ain't right, bro. You're not right on that one.
I think that if any other than any other podcast out there, we have been really trying to open y'all eyes up to AR-15, Anthony motherfucker Richardson.
mm,
Um, we know that a lot of people don't want him as their QB. We know, we see all the things he does wrong. He does backflips. He's not accurate. This, that. But we're trying to plant a seed in y'all head so y'all can officially watch it grow and see the plan. He comes here, let him sit behind Andy Dalton, who's a Pro Bowler, 3-time Pro Bowler, learn the game, and you got one of the most elusive, dangerous, powerful weapon that the NFL ain't seen ever. So you got to trust the process.
Uh oh.
oh,
Now we feel it. Trust the process.
oh, you see
Everybody,
that?
everybody's trusting the process at this moment.
Come on, Wiley, now. Let's get into it. If we're going to get into it, no need to half step it tonight, the day,
Uh,
Wiley.
all right, now. So, hey, check it, man. I had no problem with if we draft any of the top three quarterbacks. When I say
Mm-hmm.
top three, I believe Levis out. But but Richard's AR-15 does have an ability to elude people in the pocket. He's good at not getting sacked. Now he has problems passing between the 10 to 15 yards. But hey, you could if you look at Jake with Justin Herbert, he couldn't pass when he came to the league. Look at
Right.
old boy came from the Bills. He couldn't pass when he got in the league.
Right.
Carson Wentz couldn't pass when he got in the league. He was more of a runner. I'm just saying, people keep shitting on this dude, but if they draft, I trust the coaches.
Exactly, Wiley. That's what the fuck you paid him all that money for. And you go and you digged into his wallet. And I'm telling you right now, that's a deep ass wallet. And he decided to go up in there and bring this guy on. So I don't understand why people get so damn bent out of shape when they say, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. What the fuck you think they there for? They gonna fine tune it. Look,
Right.
Wiley, have you ever started a job and not got on the job training?
Oh no, you need it. So trust me, the job I had when I first got in the army,
Mm-hmm.
man, I went to my first conference, right? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, how the hell they hired me for this shit? I don't understand half the shit they motherfucking talking about. Well, 6 months from that, though, I was good to go. But it took a little while to get, I had to do on job training, get some mentorship, and I was squared away. But they saw something in me that I didn't see. So there you go.
Well,
Well,
let me ask you a question. I asked you this about another quarterback as well, but but now we're going to the big boy leagues, right?
Uh huh.
You no longer with the youngest, you with the big boys now. Would you say that Bryce Young has hit his ceiling?
Yeah, he's different than all the. They keep comparing him because the size of all the guys that came
Right.
before, but he played way different than all those guys.
He
Plus,
did.
remember now that we also changed the rules. You can't barely touch a quarterback any longer. So
mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if they choose him, I'm gonna be the first one to buy the jersey and start rooting for the guy. But
Of course.
but the thing is, like you said, from a injury perspective, it doesn't bode well for him but that also didn't bode well for us drafting Cam. So I'm just saying.
Well,
Mhm.
I just wonder, like, how much better can Bryce Young get?
Oh, he can get way better.
Okay.
I think he can get better in this sense. He's really good. He's really good at throwing the ball. I think his ceiling will be like a mixture of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers in the sense
Shit.
that very accurate, very accurate. Yeah, I'm just saying, very accurate, but also able to put the guys in position, no matter what type of receiver you get, to give them opportunity to uh, succeed. Like receivers we got now, we don't know what we really got. I keep saying that because we
Mhm.
haven't had a quarterback.
Hmm.
These guys been, I mean, literally, I rewatched a lot of games. Man, they were catching the ball on the damn shoestrings or catching it way in the air. It's like, come on, man, you put the guys at risk.
Okay. What up, 𝐥𝐸? We see you in the building. What up, my boy? How
What's going on?
you been? I've been seeing you everywhere, my guy. I've been
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
you everywhere.
People recognize me.
J issue, yeah, that issue been lighting people up in the chats. He do not. This man is relentless. He is
Hey,
relentless on his views of who he do and do not like. Go ahead,
yeah.
talk about it, J issue.
I mean, you got to be with these fans. We've been through too much to just, settle for less. But it is what it is. You said Wally. Wally is the other
hmm
person on. All right, you said we don't know about the weapons that we have. I mean, what? I mean, I'm not saying that we had a quarterback, but what have they done to help that quarterback out? I ain't see nobody step up. It don't matter who. It don't matter who was at the quarterback position. Didn't nobody show out other than DJ, and he hardly even did anything.
Mm.
Oh wow, wow,
I,
you coming in hot. You coming in hot.
I mean, I
he
don't mean to, but my we
saying that.
Panther fans. Yeah, we Panther fans. So we all have our own feelings and emotions and thoughts about the team. So I'm just asking questions.
I
J
got you. So
JC, where you be for the draft? Where you gonna be at?
Uh, I'm in Oklahoma right now, but I'm from Cali. I'll probably be at work. I mean,
Oh,
unless somebody live streaming it.
I don't think we can get away from streaming. The damn show be live with reactions.
Okay, okay. It was an app called Dofu. They removed that. It used to show sports, but I don't know what happened with that.
yeah, y'all let us know, man. If y'all got a way for us to plug the stream without us getting hacked or any of that other kind of craziness, get a shadow ban, let us know, man. Cause we'd love to bring it to the channel and you know what I'm saying, celebrate with y'all. If we get it, like I promise I'll be here. Then I'll probably toe up though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm
Yes, sir.
I would get
J-
lit.
you
oh,
sound ready to get into something though. Yeah, I'm here for it. I ain't got nothing better else to do today. So go ahead. What you saying? I got to hear this.
all right. Let me respond to what he said. So the so the receivers we currently have. Look at the draft now, and I went back and looked at all these guys when they got drafted. They're actually a lot of the guys we currently have, even though we don't see, haven't seen them do anything in the NFL. The tape was better than the guys that come. A lot of them coming out of the draft. So we go get something new. It could be same broken down piece of equipment, but it's shiny. Or we can, or we can spend the money we already spent and see what's going on in next year's draft. Though, so to have good receivers. I'm saying, hey, you got draft picks next year. You don't have to get it all at one time. Go ahead.
Okay.
I ain't hear you. I'm at work, so I'm gonna be in and out, listening and all that. But there's people that come in the draft. They either make it or they bust. So I mean, I'm trying to give TMJ a chance, but that's hard to do. Shy, my dude, because we shared his last name, and I mess with him because he followed me. He like when I post like my pictures or whatever. But when it comes to like the team, I'm putting all that aside. If you trash and you not helping the team, I'm calling you out. So I mean, shit, both of them can go really.
He may not be there because we just signed a bird. So I'm just saying they got a lot of people on the roster right now. There gonna be a lot of people that we know last year. They're gonna be flushed out. Because I've been looking at all these people and picking up on defense and offense. They ain't enough positions. So they're gonna be a lot of them gonna be gone. So
Yeah,
Wow,
we got to move the ball down the field. We ain't been doing it. It don't matter how many receivers we got on the team. People say that every year, but the ball don't be moving downfield.
how y'all feeling about the type of guys that they steady bringing in? They're bringing in these guys that's almost on last legs. Or we keeping guys that's on last, like LaVisca. When he was traded for, already cast it out from Jacksonville. And then, like I said, you got Shi Smith. Shi Smith is wanting to be a drug lord on and off the field. So I mean, Terrence Marshall Jr., he's never available. You got Chark. He thought he was bigger than he was, and he stuck his chest out there and was insulted by what we gave him. But in all, he had to tuck his tail and come here to Carolina because he didn't have any better offers. And so you're looking around and you said, okay, let's look at this wide receiver core. This wide receiver core is banged up coming through the door. 4 receivers we just named. I'm sorry. Mayor Bird, Terrence Marshall Jr., Shi Smith, Sharp, and there's one more I'm missing.
Adam
LaVisca.
Thielen.
That's 5 receivers that's potentially always hurt. Thielen is one that's basically reliable. Isn't that a call? Think about it. Like I was just saying at the beginning of the show. Wouldn't that be a problem for a young quarterback to always think about it? Rhythm is the most important thing. Getting on the same page with your receivers is the most important thing. And if they ain't ever there, how are you going to be able to do that?
But Bird was hurt when he was with us. But Bird wasn't hurt the last 3 years. When he played at the Patriots, when he played with the Cardinals, when he played with Atlanta, he was always available.
Damn.
So you look at that when he was with us, but the last 3-4 years he's been available. So
You just 3 different teams that nobody want to take a chance on his ass with. Why
Man,
is
keep him long term.
nobody
yeah, but
passed around? If he was worth a damn, they would like.
yeah, he's 5'9", 5'10". That's what it is. Unless you all pro at that size, you're gonna get passed around.
I'll be damned. Him and Cooks out there looking like the Mario brothers when it comes to these damn shit, man.
That's true. They are getting moved around the board.
So
But I'm just yeah, I got you. I'm just saying, the cap we do, we ain't got that much money left now. And we gotta look at that. Okay. If we draft somebody, who gonna cut? We gotta cut somebody now. Cause they got eight or nine receivers. Excuse me, 8 or 9 receivers on the roster right now.
I think LaVisca should be the first one out the door. If you just ask me personally, because he hasn't showcased enough to say we should keep him. Now I get it. You got a gadget guy that any given time he touched the ball, he could go to the house. But
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Are you going to be able to scheme this guy to get open? Can you implement him in your offense? I mean, are they going to sit around and try to implement him in the offense? I don't think he's not that valued to them.
Yeah, but when he was with Jacksonville before they got Trevor, he was playing with the dude with the mustache. What's his name?
Um,
The short quarterback. He came in.
the
The
same
note was
us to get. What's his? They were telling us to get him at one time.
I
yeah.
can't
He
think.
played. Who is he playing with now? Is it the Colts? I can't remember. But he's the guy. He was backing up. He was backup for the Eagles last year. But the point
Minshew.
is, yeah, Minshew. But what I'm saying is, when Minshew was there, Minshew actually had him looking good. Then they got Trevor, and then they said they wanted to start other receivers. It's not like his numbers went down. It's just they wanted to move on. So, and remember that was Urban Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying you got to look at I think we should not get out of, all over our heels because remember, those guys are evaluating them now. Do we trust the coach? What if these guys we just start like this? We're gonna be pissing and moaning about
I tell you what, I ain't gonna be happy. If they
it.
keep fucking around, because here you trade away your best receiver, you better damn sure make cover that shit up if you don't do nothing else. Because like the production, I get it. Healing is gonna cover up the production that you just lost from DJ. But damn it, that's a bold move to get rid of one guy that's always healthy, always available, always open to go and get four of the, like I said earlier, to get a bunch of handicaps in the room together. And one got a missing eye, all these patchwork motherfuckers, man. And then you asking all them to lead each other, and one can't lead because his arm missing. The other one can't walk because his foot missing. The other one can't see because his eye missing. What the fuck? I mean, come on, bro. That's just how I feel.
There you go, man. There you go. Go ahead and let it all out. Go ahead and I'm here for you, bro. I got a couch for you. I got a couch so you can lay down. Let me go ahead and get the session in.
Dr. Wiley building. Y'all.
Let's get the session in because we need to make sure all, and before we get to the season, we get all that bad juju out. So tell me what hurt you so bad. How did it let you down?
First of all, they got rid of my DJ. Now, goddamn it, if you get rid of my DJ, you got to make sure you cover for it. That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying, dog. This is the therapy session that I needed. I've kept it bottled up to this point now. God damn it, you Panthers, y'all better not bullshit and go out here, because I'm telling you, when Anthony Richardson come through the door as quarterback, you're gonna need the most weapons that this guy. He gonna need all the weapons he can get, boy. I hate to tell y'all. Oh, and you like how I sneaked that in, dog? I snuck it in.
I see you, AR fan.
I don't mean to cut y'all off or nothing, but I just seen something interesting, right? I went to go look at Damiere Byrd's stats, and it seems like every other year he does better. One year he'll do good, the other year he'll fall off. He's played out of 8 years, 3 complete seasons. But this surprised me though. When he was with New England, he played 17 games. He had 26 receiving. No, my bad. He played 16 games, 47 receptions, 604 yards, and 1 touchdown. But when he went to Atlanta, he only played 14 games, 268 yards, and he got 2 touchdowns.
I done started.
Well, he was out, but he also was the 5th receiver.
Yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. That the role he's gonna play he's not gonna be a premier wide receiver. He was like he was a starter in New England. I mean, they didn't have nobody there.
Yeah, because he was playing with Cam.
But that's kind of fascinating though. So that means if he come here, he'll probably ball out. He'll have a decent year. He'll have a decent year.
He have a lot of opportunities. I think once he gets out there, he's faster than most everybody on the field. Size short, so he have opportunity.
Rock Jones said we'll be a fool to draft AR at number 1.
But why? Why? See, that's the shit I'm talking about right there.
Now, Rock Jones, are you coming from a place where you studied the tape, you you've seen the all 22, you've seen the coordinators called stupid ass plays, and wide receivers who drop the ball more than anybody in their division? Is that what you're saying? AR-15 is trash, or will be a fool for drafting him?
No, he only played 1 season. That's what it is.
You got to have a better excuse than that, because if you're saying, okay, he's inaccurate, okay, that could be taught. If you're saying he ain't play enough, Joe Burrow didn't play enough. Look at that motherfucker. What is the fucking excuse for why you don't want? Just say you don't want the nigga with the dreads, and go ahead and just say I'm being a racist. I don't want this cat because of how he looks. Than me, just the motherfucker long. I don't want his back ass. Just saying.
Hey, they may be like that, King. You might be right on that. Some of these
Yeah,
people, I'm not emotional.
it's prejudice.
Say that again. Say that again, Wally.
I'm not emotional. You notice we've been talking the last what about this for at least the last month and a half about
Mm,
quarterbacks. I haven't gotten emotional about none of these guys. When they switch between them, like okay, the only person I really don't care for because he throws way too many interceptions is Levis. But he again, they make it teach that out of him. But I think he's too overconfident with his arm. Some people like that, they're gonna
Right.
take chances, too many chances.
Yeah, he's the new Brett Favre. I mean, and that's a high compliment to give you, but he's the next Brett Favre. I mean, he really believes in his arm, which you should if you got a big arm. But it's his decision making that's going to scare the shit out of anybody who gets him because he will throw in double coverage all day long. But once again, when you have an all-star staff like that, over 40 something years of experience of coaching and seeing players come and go, you cannot be upset of seeing if AR came here, how he could be developed. And Rock Jones said he's developmental QB, not a day one starter. We gave up so much
no.
to draft a project. Now it's racism. Same Southern BS.
Hey man, Rob, call it what you want. All these quarterbacks are developmental because they are not all polished starters. Think about it. Each one has a niche. Each one has a way in the direction which they go, which they flourish in doing something. But there's plenty of weaknesses that they all have.
Hmm.
All it is everybody has put their prejudice above whatever it is that they see in this guy's talent. They say, fuck it. We got people, and Rock Jones, it's not particularly towards you or anybody else. We got people saying that this boy can't even throw the football when clearly he is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. You're not number three you're not three just because of the hell of it. Look, I have seen and hear so much bullshit over the last. Like, let me put up a post in the community about Anthony Richardson and the Carolina Panthers, and you see how much negative flank that I get. And not one person can say they never put it on skill. It's always about, oh well, I don't want him, or why don't you want him? Please elaborate why. Nobody can elaborate why. Oh, it'll be the biggest travesty ever if the Panthers take him at number one. Please tell me how the fuck would that be? Nobody can give me an explanation why. They just say he's a developmental quarterback. All of them are developmental quarterbacks. I need a better reason than that.
I mean,
It's
some of y'all didn't see, some of y'all didn't see Jimmy Clausen.
shit. The word.
Some of y'all ain't seen Jimmy Clausen, bro. So
Come on, man. I don't know. These the same niggas that they'll let Sam Donald start for, or they'll let PJ Walker be their starter, but then they turn around when Anthony Richardson is 10 times better than these cats and open up the side of their ass and say they don't want him.
Jesus.
yeah, I mean,
I ever heard.
you gotta think further and deeper than that because each one of these, just like any human being, we all got flaws. But see,
Yep.
if we can actually look at their tape and tell you what their flaws is, the media ain't always gonna show you that. They're gonna glorify whoever they favorites. You know, they're gonna say, "Oh, he's this, he's that, this, that, another." When you really break it down and look at it, I mean, you got one quarterback who's smaller, who has to take big, deep drops because he has to see over that old line. Very, very crafty. Can throw the ball like no other. Don't have the biggest arm. Very, very consistent when his precision throws and get you there. Knows the defense, but we're worried about how long will he be able to stand up. And you got one quarterback who doesn't want to get out of the pocket when needs to, and
Yeah.
he struggles with pressure.
Y'all
Um,
make me sick.
huh? No, I'm saying what they're not saying. You know,
Yeah,
what I'm saying
You heard
That's true.
everybody's
That's
saying
true.
what AR can't
Jones
do.
to please
Nobody's
get
not saying what these
He
other
can,
two guys can't do. It's like, oh, he's the best that they ever seen. But nobody's perfect. If you're
No,
gonna sit here and break down all these, I just said about Levis. Levis has a strong arm. He's mobile. If he gets in the right system with the right coaching staff, he can be a problem. Like Twan Don from the 704 Charlotte Bound show, I commend him for saying you do not want to see a Will Levis in Atlanta. You would not want to see him there. He
if
will
the,
he will mess us up if we don't
I don't
have
know
some.
about that. I love to see it for this reason. His decision making. His decision making is it's like Sam Donald. Come on, man.
But look,
Sam
but,
had a great arm, but his decision
I get
making
what
was
you're saying,
bad.
Papa. I get
but
what you're
think
saying.
about it. He's going to day ball. He knows how to deal with those type of quarterbacks, especially athletic quarterbacks.
Hey, Wally, can I holler at you?
Yes. Go ahead.
You remember about had the narrative that Will Levis was the best quarterback in this entire draft? You remember that?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Exactly. But why was that you saw that them put that out there?
It's
Because
complexion.
they were trying to say he was a boy out of the Bills, but he don't play like that.
No,
Josh Allen.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, he played more like Sam Donald. People don't realize Sam got a huge fucking arm. Sam can hit some deep throws like I don't know what, but his processes is the problem.
hmm
It
but
ain't. Go ahead.
walk with me, Wally. Walk with me. But what's that called when they decide, a pathway for this guy, knowing that he wasn't shit, but they decide to do it anyway? It's called creating a national narrative.
mm,
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that shit.
Exactly, but the national narrative that's been created about Anthony Richardson is that he can't throw the football. He's another Lamar. He's another Cam. He's another. Be mindful. These are all MVPs who they're saying that he's like. He's another Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts. Be mindful. All these guys that they're calling out and saying another one of in the league. They are winners. In the league. They won the big Super Bowl. What you
true.
understand is how did they do these guys? They sit there. They put them when Levis was put it out as quarterback in. I don't know, but did you hear anybody kick up against it?
No.
Not one damn soul. But if you say AR is better than CJ, oh hell, the volcanoes erupt around everybody. Everybody ass get tight. Everybody
'Cause-
tight.
That's true. That's true. Because what they'll realize is name one Ohio State quarterback that has succeeded. Hello.
it hasn't been done yet.
Uh,
I hate that
so
narrative. I hate that narrative, but it hasn't been done yet. I mean, that's just the truth.
remember
Same thing that happened.
Dwayne.
It had
Yeah.
to stop when Mr. Misogynistic over there rubbing my booty for the Browns. It had to stop once he came in and showed the NFL he could do it.
Yeah, but
So
remember that year when he came out, what did they do? They hyped up Baker. Even though Deshaun had showed
yeah,
everything, they hyped up Baker. And people don't realize this. When Cam was getting drafted, Blaine Gabbert, they said was better than Cam. Even though Cam had fucking won the MVP, college championship. So
You right. That shit. You damn right. I'm sorry. You right. Was the mother Panthers to the promised land. And Blaine Garrett was the biggest buster we had ever seen.
ever seen.
because he couldn't process arm talent, he's got excellent arm talent if you just take him out to throw the ball, but he can't process.
But you know what? What I noticed about the national media, they always got to find one guy to make the bad guy instead of they just keeping it solid with us and keeping it, just black and white. But instead,
Now
they
that's
got
not fun. That's not
and
fun. They got to
it's not
make a show.
it's not fun. It's not fair to that person's character. He got family
They
too to
don't care
watch,
about that.
and
They don't care about that.
But and
No,
then
they care.
and
They care
us
about making money and clicks.
right. So
They're,
that's why we have this show to try to open up people's minds. And it don't have to be just about QBs. It could be about anybody, linemen, safeties, coaches, but you can't let the national media drive what you think you know about that person or what they can and cannot do. You have to dig deeper than that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Think
I
about
think
it, Pop.
I think the main media is following what the fans are saying because I'm starting to see a lot of Panther fans for weeks now talking down on CJ Stroud out of nowhere because they want to meet ride one quarterback. That's why I mean I don't bash Anthony Richardson. I just don't prefer him. But when you see these Bryce fans, all they talking down upon is CJ. Like is he really that much competition to where y'all just finna talk down upon this man? When I mean it's footage of how the man is, and the only thing y'all bringing up is that one game when he been doing that. The whole only thing he wasn't doing. I'm not gonna go around myself, but what he wasn't doing was just taking off running. He can do it. Now what if his coach was just like, we don't want you to have that as your only option. We want you to be this. I mean, the dude is his bro. He nice. CJ is nice when it comes to throwing the ball. It don't matter the distance of the field, but the Panther fans is pissing me off because why is y'all doing this man like this?
You
Hold on, I
already
got something for you, bro. Hey. So, Q, remember in the Discord, I put two videos of CJ. You saw him, right?
mm-hmm.
Now, how did he look on those videos?
He looked like he keep polishing. Uh,
He-
Say that again, Q, because you're breaking up a little bit.
he looked like he bit of polish. I got a little echo. I don't know if it's back on your side or something, but whenever I talk, I hear the echo.
somebody got the YouTube on.
Yeah, somebody got another channel going on. I can hear it. The thing is what you got to understand. He had 5 potential first round receivers.
Not potential.
Well, they all go to the first round. Okay,
There you
so
go.
Q, I'm tired of hearing that narrative. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
Q,
mean,
I,
how did he
that's
how
the
did he
trick.
look rolling to the left, Q? How did he look rolling to the left when it blitzed from the right?
he looked like a deer in headlights whenever he would go, because you got to understand, if he's not in the position where he was set up to get it to one of those first round receivers, then he struggled.
There
If
you go.
anybody else was on the field, you notice you don't ever hear nothing but his tight end. You notice that. You never notice. Don't hear
Hello.
nothing but his damn tight end. That's supposed to be a quarterback security blanket, right?
Mm.
Why isn't his tight end touted?
I'm not sure.
Oh, see, because we saw the tape. I'm just
Have
trying to
y'all
say
have y'all done the Bryce Young breakdown
yes, and I did the
like
same thing.
on
And guess what
live?
they found? No, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't do it on live.
Yeah,
Or
please
did
do
you?
that. Please do that.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do that. I'll make that the next show. Monday night show will be a Bryce Young breakdown, quarterback
Bet.
breakdown.
Yeah, I need that. I'm gonna hold off. But yeah, I got a lot to say about Bryce.
But all I'm saying when it comes to CJ Stroud, and this is why I look and I said everybody's going off of what they're seeing with him, but those track star superstar receivers. You can't. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a generational talent, and he's making everything look so easy for this guy. And if you take him away from that equation, what was CJ? I told you there's no difference in CJ Stroud and Stetson Bennett. And
Mm.
y'all keep sitting here and saying that Stetson Bennett is a product of what Georgia has over there. All those weapons, the McIntoshes of the world, and all those other guys, Darnell Washingtons of the world. Well, you got to understand, he is Stetson Bennett 2.0 over there in Ohio State. And we need to see, and this is why people has been backing off of him a little bit, because we need to see him without that cast and crew around him. What would he look like then? Can he throw people open then? When think about it, when you got a receiver that knows how to get open and he know how to do that twitch, and you turn around and you go to give a signal that you're ready for it, what if you get a guy that can't do that? What if you get a guy that's out there in the open space? Do he know to automatically come back? Do he know to automatically know where to take that play to? there's a lot of those receivers. I think, and this is just my personal opinion, we give him too much credit for what those receivers are doing. That's just me.
Say that again.
We give CJ Stroud too much credit for being a good quarterback when it's him being a product of that system and those receivers. I think that you guys need to understand. That's why a lot of people are out on CJ Stroud. It's not necessarily out, but they're like, okay, he's a good quarterback, but we need to see. First of all, Bryce Young is doing more with less. You got
That's
to
what I was
understand.
just about to say. I was just about to say that's why I give Bryce Young that upper head because he didn't have those type of weapons, right? And he showed you what he can do with it when he had the weapons. Then he showed you adversity the next year to do it without nobody. I'm not saying those guys are nobody, but I'm just saying with just the elite talent.
His
Uh,
top two receivers got hurt.
yeah, I commend him.
And
Yeah, he really went
so
out there and showed him, and then not having the best offensive line ever in Alabama history. So just saying, I mean, you gotta tip your head off where what I'm saying people do some amazing shit.
It's valid points, J issue. That's all I'm saying. It's a valid point to be made on why we feel the way we do. And for every time we say that, somebody wants to combat us on, okay, well, AR does, AR doesn't, he isn't accurate. Well, he doesn't have the fucking Marvin Harrison over there to throw the ball to. So no matter what, that'll polish up your inaccuracies when you got a guy that can go up and get the damn ball. So I mean, come on, man.
watch this. First round, I think it's a tackle or I think it's a tackle going from Ohio State in the first round. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama ain't got not one going in the first 4 rounds.
He protected. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna bash everybody over the head with AR-15. But what I'm saying is they got CJ Stroud on a fucking pedestal. They got that boy walking on water, and I don't think he deserved to be walking on water. I'm one of those guys. I give a motherfucker credit where credit due. If you a bad motherfucker, I tell you a bad motherfucker, but I just don't see it. And I've been sitting here looking at this guy from 2020 vision. I said to myself, why don't we see more from his tight end? I said, where the running back at? Does he ever hit him in the flat? How long does it take him to get the ball out? He already pre-made. He's going to get that ball to Marvin Harrison before he even get there because Marvin Harrison he's the dog. He's going to get that bitch in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So here to do that when you know your guy is going to fight tooth and nail and get that ball from that corner. You already know that.
Look at
It's already doing that shit on the other side. Ooh, come on, man.
Look at the guy at New Orleans. We played him. Look at the guy in New Orleans. We played him, right? I didn't realize because I haven't been watching Ohio State. I said, damn, who is this guy? Number 12. He's smoking us. Yeah, he was at Ohio State with CJ. Then look, when Purdy came in for San Francisco, who he was throwing to? Ohio State receivers. These guys are game changers. So
sound like Ohio State is king of wide receivers. Wide receiver
Q.
the last 4 years, yeah. Well, between them and LSU, when LSU had those 3 guys down there, and remember now, LSU been producing receivers for the last 10 years. So I'm just saying, this is nothing to knock CJ. I'm just saying, if we get him, they gonna have to make sure they at least they can't take his blitz from the left side. I mean, from the right side, it's a killer. I mean, it was ridiculous. It's like he didn't know what to do. I was looking at it like this is bullshit.
What game was that?
I think AQ, you remember? Because it was like 4 or 5 games, and it's on that video that I put in the. Yeah.
I don't remember at the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it was like 4 or 5 games. It wasn't one game. And they kept showing it, and I was like, holy shit. Then the same guy broke down Bryce Young. And he got to the end, he said, well, I guess Bryce Young is too small. Because he couldn't find shit. Now, the dude has, no one's perfect. I'm just saying, it's not as glaring.
I
So
like
what?
Bryce. Y'all haven't heard me say not one negative word about Bryce Young on this show since I've been here. Most of the time, my dog Goat is a little hesitant with him and the size, and sometimes me and Goat go at it about Bryce Young's size because I trust the word of Peyton Manning when it comes to being able to judge talent for this quarterback position, and he says that guy is going to be okay on the next level. Um, I never once said that Bryce Young can't be that guy. I like him, and I think the decision for the Carolina Panthers is going to come down between him and AR-15. And the reason why I say that is
Wow.
because you look at the decision. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's going to come down to those two. And I say this because you've seen Anthony Richardson do more with less. He's doing not more.
So
He's doing just as well with less. He has less
Mm.
talent. He has no receivers, no skill position weapons around him, no offensive line, and no coach.
He should
How
never went to
successful
the Gators.
exactly went to Florida?
listen. So you
That's-
gonna praise. So you gonna praise.
Hold on, I got to push back on the statement.
Echo. Somebody,
Sometimes in life,
Come on.
you choose where you go because of family. Deuce Staley, he came here because of his mother. AR stayed in Florida because of his brother. He's like a dad to his brother. So you just can't say, "Oh, you should have went there." There's reason behind why he made the move. He had to.
I mean, but ain't CJ from Cali and he left and his family in Cali?
But was he taking care of his brother?
I mean, I don't know what he was taking care of, but sometimes, like you said,
I'm
you
giving you
gotta make those decisions on your own. You're a grown man.
not when you're a father figure to somebody. You need to stay
Hey,
close.
I'm leaving. Hey, I'm going to my best, bruh. I mean, and he didn't get the start. He didn't get the start neither.
Hey, it's different than that. If
Huh?
you a father figure to somebody, you just can't go up the road and lead them without them being protected. You got to be close to them.
Well, how many guys in college had to make the decision
I
that
don't
they're
know.
going to protect somebody?
Anthony Richardson.
I'm telling you his decision. He did that. He made a grown man decision, not a little boy decision. He made a grown man decision. So
That's all well and good, but I want to know why it's so many excuses being made
Man,
for him.
I'm talking about for AR-15.
Yeah, because you don't have you making excuses for him, but you don't want to kind of do the same thing for Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. Last year,
man.
listen, hold on. Last year, how many of them guys was on Bryce Young's staff last year? They won that was winning all them damn games, got him in Heisman contention, and left for the draft. And then this year, it's a bunch of 5-star guys. They may not have the names that the dudes from last year got, but he still got 5-star guys all the way around. They just not
Hold on.
household names yet. That's it. That's
No,
in
no.
Alabama. Then
No,
C.J.
no.
Stroud, this upcoming year, has a daggone last year had Marvin Harrison Jr. as a freshman. This year he has him as a sophomore. He had other guys around him. JSN, by the way, was injured during the season. Plus, both his running backs were down, and his productivity did not move.
We
It
said all
didn't pop out. So I want to
Hold
understand
on.
why is it that you can make the excuses for Anthony Richardson, who they said they kind of compare him to Lamar Jackson and Cam. Lamar didn't have nobody at Louisville, and he balled out. Cam
Yep.
didn't have nobody at Auburn, and he balled out. What did Anthony do? Nothing. 6-6.
Those are
I mean,
facts.
they
how
So
had
you can't do that. You're gonna be real all the way
many
around.
years did he play?
you gotta be real
What
and get
that
a
got to do with
Only
anything? What does
go
that
off
got to do
He
with anything? Because this is the thing.
that's his
Because
fault. He didn't beat out his competition.
only can go off of 1
Anthony
year.
Richardson didn't even beat out the guy he had there. The dude got injured.
Exactly. And
Play with
Cam,
me
bro,
again,
I'm
bro.
telling y'all.
It only
Listen.
Now,
goes
he,
1 year.
Listen, this is the thing you got to stop doing, and I think you got to name a couple guys like Cam, like Joe Burrow, who had 1 year. Everybody feel like, well, he only had 1 year. Okay, well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes they catch fire, and they're the best thing in college football for that year. And you think that because they had that great year, that they could transition into the NFL. That ain't always the case.
true.
Right.
What you just said is true. Now check it out. So Young's receivers, we're back. They got hurt. The receivers that he had the year when he threw 46 touchdowns or something like that.
About 46, yeah.
Yeah, those guys got hurt. It's not like they went to the NFL; they got hurt. So he was gone. And they said it. Even with those guys wouldn't Judy and those other receivers that Hurts had.
No, I'm just saying they wasn't no 3-star guys. These are 5-star receivers all
no,
the way
no,
down the board. Highly
That's
recruited
true.
guys.
Yeah, they're highly recruited. I'm just saying they're not the same. Because
Oh,
one of the
that's
guys.
understandable. But I'm saying you cannot make that excuse for nobody.
No, I
If
ain't
that's
trying
what
to.
you're gonna go by, then you can't give Anthony Richardson a pass. He had
No,
to
I'm
make
not
do
trying.
with what he got.
I'm
But
not
we
trying
still,
to do that.
I agree with
I'm
you.
just saying let's look at it rationally. If you look at the offensive line that he had,
Can't hear you, Q.
if you look at the offensive lineman that he had,
Hmm.
those offensive linemen did not get a guy opportunity to throw. However,
And
he
when he
was the
did have an
least.
opportunity,
Hold
what
on,
did he
hold
do
on,
with it?
hold on. But he was the least sacked quarterback because he made it work. Now, and I'm not really a big AR guy, but anyway, I'm doing this. So, and then if you look at the receivers that he had,
Hmm.
those guys they were probably 3 stars, and
They can't catch a cold.
they were not very good. They could catch long
No,
bombs. They could catch
that's
long bombs, but
Yeah,
he had no receiver.
so.
Watch
But
this.
what you saying is that because he ain't the guy y'all think he is, that's the reason the record the way it was. That he needed help. That
who
he couldn't do it on his own, like them other cats did. But that's my point.
years?
That's my
Yeah, but
point.
check it out. CJ, check it out. I'm just go to CJ.
Hmm.
CJ gonna have a offensive lineman
Yes.
drafted in the first round this year
Okay. Yes.
and last year, and last year, and they will have 5 receivers drafted in the first round, and they all those receivers, at least 3 of them currently in the NFL, are in the top 10 in receiving.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. But that does not diminish what he did as a quarterback. It's kind of
No, but
funny
what
to
I'm
me
saying,
that everybody look at the dang Georgia game and saying, "Oh my God, he ran and everything." He was always able to do that. But when you have that type of talented receivers around you, they're not saying you as the quarterback telling you, "Hey, run every time you get an opportunity." No, read the field. One of your boys who you just said are top 10 are
are,
open
are,
somewhere.
are you on
I
the
don't hear.
Discord? Are you on the Discord that Black Cat Panther Discord?
Yes,
Okay, look at the Discord. Look at those videos I dropped in there with CJ Stroud. You'll see then that the dude has problems reading the field.
I never
They
said
all
the dude was perfect because none of them are.
they all
But
No,
if
do.
you
what I'm
ask me
trying to
who
say is it's very,
If
but it's
you ask
very,
me
but
who
what
the
I'm trying
guys
to
are
say.
right now who are game ready for the NFL, he would have a seamless transition. Him and Bryce. I don't
No,
like
no,
Bryce because of his size. I don't like
no,
Bryce
no.
because of his size. I don't care if anybody says it ain't real, but come on now.
Size is real. But what I'm saying is
Absolutely.
CJ though. But CJ though, maybe his first game or two, they'll be looking at him. But
Hmm.
if they look at the film, all they got to do is listen from the right. He folded, dude. I mean, look at the videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. This and I didn't. Hey, I was all like, okay, I didn't matter, didn't matter. So I saw that, I was like, oh shit, that dude is damn. That's really glaring. And all he had to do was get rid of the ball, but it's like he panicked and he was panicking. And it wasn't one
The
game
thing,
either. It wasn't like the Georgia game. In one game he did great. It was over and over and
the
over.
one game he did great, but yeah, you sure you ain't an AR fan?
I'm
Here we go,
not.
boy.
This,
Hey,
this,
hey,
this is another thing I want to say too as well. Uh, I've never sat up here and compared AR to Cam because that's ridiculous.
yeah,
Like,
they're not even in the same vicinity.
let me get out. I have never compared AR to Cam. I
Not
don't
not
compare.
not you, Poppin. It's the Panther fans when it comes to ranking these quarterbacks. They rather take Bryce or AR because of their escape ability. Other than that, they don't have CJ Stroud. So I don't understand why they get the upper hand over Stroud when this man he proven it. And everybody bringing up the excuses of the he had protection, he had weapons. Those are bro. That's college. That's not the NFL. So
Exactly.
it's not like they recruiting him from the NFL and saying, look, y'all finna play this position because y'all great at it. No, they had to prove themselves. So why is people, bro? I don't understand. We keep moving the goalposts for
Exactly.
somebody that we like, and it don't make sense, bro. I'm not finna pass up CJ. He's a
And
better,
Q,
bro. His
Q,
accuracy
Q,
is
but
way
why did
better than everybody.
listen? How could you even compare Stetson Bennett to C.J. Stroud?
Uh, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I said it earlier. Weapons. Isn't that what y'all knocked Stetson Bennett on? Weapons.
It wasn't just, but to me, it ain't just weapons. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't know when you said that, but to me, it ain't just weapons.
Hold on. Don't go 100 miles per hour. Isn't that what y'all knock Stetson Bennett on? His weapons and what he have in Georgia and his ability to not always hit them weapons on target.
Y'all got anything? Because that wasn't my take on him.
So now it ain't
Because
your
they don't
take.
look at Stetson. Because they don't look at Stetson Bennett and say he's an elite passer and he can put the ball wherever he needs to. They don't say that about Stetson Bennett.
That's true.
Well, they say that about CJ. So I don't know where the similarities coming in. Other than if you want to use that as, hey, do we have an offensive line? Check. Do he have an offensive line? Check. Do we have wide receivers? Check. Do we have wide receivers? Check. Do we got running backs? Check. That if you want to use that, then yeah, they got the similarity. But if you asking me quarterback wise, it's not comparable, bro.
It is comparable. I don't know what you're looking at. And he got a superstar track team around him, which Stetson Bennett.
You talking about things that's not attached to him, bro. I'm talking about the quarterback. I ain't talking about the personnel. The quarterback.
Ask me my opinion, or this your opinion. I mean, you ain't giving me.
Listen, bro, because I'll be quiet. I'll let you talk, Q. I'll let you rock. But sometimes, bro, you listen, man. Come on now.
I mean, come on.
I get it, bro. I get it. We love Cam. We love everything he brought. We love the nostalgia of it and everything it brought to the table. And I know when you look at Anthony Richardson, that gives you that thing. If we could just put some people around that boy, we might have something for the next 10 years. I get it. I get the vibes. But but you can't. But right now, bro, you got to be honest with yourself. He ain't got what you looking for right now. It's gonna take some time. And are you willing to wait 3 more years?
No, for Cam,
you got no choice but to wait 3 years. We got missing pieces. What you mean? It don't matter who we put back there. See, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Y'all Panther fans are so ready to win that it's gonna take an ass whipping before you start winning first. We have missing pieces. Did y'all not hear us sit here and break down that cornerback room? What about that? What about that edge?
Pop,
what about that linebacker?
Right now, they don't listen.
But y'all so big on who the QB is. We said this whole time.
You want to do that with Anthony Richardson?
Hold on. Right. Because you have nothing but time to develop players.
Wow. This is getting out of control.
So Anthony Richardson is going to fix the problems.
Is CJ gonna come
Anthony Richardson go fix the problem. 58% completion percentage.
Hey, Poppin', I promise you, CJ finna move that ball down the field better than AR.
You saying we're gonna get CJ or Bryce Young or Levis? They're gonna start. We're going to the Super Bowl this year.
I put $100. They're gonna move that ball down the field better than AR. Without that mobility, AR don't have it.
Sir, you can move the ball all you want to. You can move the ball up and down your carpet, on your flow. It don't matter where you move the ball. If you ain't getting that Super Bowl ring, it don't matter who the quarterback that comes down here right now, because we are not ready.
So I mean, how you gonna?
I want to win so bad, but we got all these missing pieces. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, Pop. I'm gonna push back.
I understand that, but I mean, then we have problems.
To rush the process.
Popping. Then we have problems moving the ball for years, and you telling me that ain't gonna win championships?
I want a Super Bowl ring, sir.
Okay, escape artist is what you want. Just say that.
Wow.
And if that's what he wants as an escape artist, you need to get Anthony or you need to get Bryce.
Just say that we already had that for a few years, and we seen the quarterbacks after that, and that went nowhere.
But Bryce.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
Was pure emotion.
I'm just saying we wasn't moving the ball. We wasn't moving the ball for years, bro.
Yeah.
What are we missing?
With your coaching staff, you gotta blame the coaching staff.
What are we missing?
Hold on. I got something. So check this out. So
name
a quarterback that we have had in our past that you can say he's a great processor.
None.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is, we can't say it. Hey, when Cam was there, he was a bad man. No, that motherfucker he was an excellent athlete, but he wasn't processing like that.
Facts.
Hey, could y'all tell me why nobody, like the media, really gets on Bryce Young? Maybe y'all don't see it. Maybe y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But y'all notice a couple quarterbacks are going to come out the draft.
He's the Cinderella of the draft.
the Cinderella.
Yeah, he's the favorite. He's the Cinderella of the draft.
Okay.
I don't
But
know
look at it.
why.
But look at it. How many guys y'all done seen come in the draft for a few years or in the NFL, and most of their game plan was off of improvising, and it didn't work out?
Hell, that
Yeah,
Mahomes.
but he's not improvising all the time. He can actually read defenses,
I didn't say he was
see who's
stupid. I didn't
open.
say he didn't know how to do it. I'm just saying to me, it's a heavy part of his game, and nobody really talks about it. Y'all don't think that's
What's
gonna be an
that?
issue when them big defensive ends are blocking his views and stuff? Him improvising, him trying to
bro,
move and
I've
make
been
stuff out
saying
the
that.
pocket.
Well,
Right.
I think it's
well,
gonna be a big problem, bro.
Why they
yeah.
ain't talk
Because I'm
about
not listening. The dude's smart. The dude's got an arm. The dude can throw it and everything. I just think it's a big part. You don't never hear none of the people like saying how bad it is, and he needs to be able to, trust his eyes or trust his legs and not have to run out
because
the pocket and improvise all the time.
because they also looked at the all 22s that shows that the damn offensive line was trash. The dude got out of the situation the offensive line put him in, and then took the receiver that was open. But if you can't
You
stand in
don't
the
think
pocket,
you don't think none of those situations. You don't think none of those situations had anything to do with his height.
well, I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying that 100%. You come on, that'd be foolish. You try to set me up. Come on,
Yeah.
I
man. You
did.
wrong with that. You
I
wrong
did.
for that.
I did. That's right.
You wrong for that. You wrong
So
for that.
Hey, my bad. All right. Let's see what you know, man. Let's see what you know.
damn shame.
yeah,
Oh,
it is what it is. This is the debate that we've been having. Why niggas will not just let it go. Or you could put the water. You just can't make them drink, bro. I've dangled it. Yeah, I fact. I
hold on. Don't sound weird.
noise.
Who that talking?
You
You just
gotta,
called me
hey,
and
somebody
turned
gotta
into a
mute
robot.
themselves.
I got it.
Somebody gotta mute themselves.
Weird. Getting some weird feedback.
All right. You can state facts all day long. The fact of the matter is, Bryce Young to me is a great quarterback. He's a little undersized, but he can play the position. You never once heard me say anything negative about the guy because he's a good quarterback. CJ Stroud, I think, and this is my personal opinion, you can get it, y'all can get in your feelings if you want to. I'm just saying, I think he's more of a product of what's around him. And then when I get to Anthony Richardson, I always tell you guys, he's not the most accurate. He doesn't have the best passing crew. This is what you guys throughout all that, not having none of that shit, he still made his be number 3 on this quarterback list. And that's not by fluke, and it's not by athleticism. You got to understand the boy is smart. He can come out and play the quarterback position. And I'm gonna tell you like this: you give Anthony Richardson the same cast and crew that C.J. Stroud had at Ohio State, and the boy would be dangerous. He would be a terrorist to everybody else in the league.
Who wouldn't
Hey,
be? That's what they did. That's what they did with Philly.
Yeah, you
yeah,
get
yeah.
and you give him the same weapons that he had, the Marvin Harrisons of the worlds and all them. Now, as much as y'all like to discredit the argument, like I said, it's there. You can't hide it. You can't. Fact is a fact. When you got receivers going in the first round, it's a fact that what we're saying is a lie. So you can take it how you want. You can say we moving the goalposts. We're not moving no fucking goalposts because at the end of the day, yeah, that's all the facts. Anthony Richardson is in Florida. I always said he shouldn't have took his black ass to Florida. That was his fault. But he
Yeah,
could have helped himself going somewhere.
true, Q. Check this out, Q.
And that, I
So,
don't know motherfucker's hand. I can't be no more crystal than that.
so they keep saying that the receivers were in the first round. They didn't just go in the first round. They went to their teams and are either the first receiver or the second receiver on an NFL team day one. So these guys are effective in the league. So it's not like they draft in the first round and bust. No, these are number ones or number twos on their teams. Come on, man. This is not even a good argument.
I mean, and it's a landslide on what it is. Now, J issue, don't get your ass quiet now. Cole, bring your ass back here.
What happened?
You say we moved the goalpost. Now, I just stated to you facts. Now, please tell me why the facts are wrong. Hello. Hello.
He's probably at work, you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say Wi-Fi been fucking up. I had to look at the screen. I thought
Nah, you good, you good. Nah,
but
I just find it interesting that we sit here every week talking this stuff, and it's like the truth ain't nothing but the truth, man. Remember was it Hackins, right? He went
Mhm.
to dude was the most accurate quarterback in college for like 2 or 3 years in a row. Then he gets drafted by Washington. What happens? He lasts 2 years or less in the league. Ohio State has not produced good quarterbacks. So I know Bryce is undersized, but the dude, and they're not talking about this, right? They brought it up on one show and they kind of suppressed it. When they did those tests, those they used to call it Wonderlic, or used to be Wonderlic tests, but it's called something else now. Bryce Young had the highest score, right? Guess who was after him?
AR-15.
Yep. Guess who was low?
You
CJ.
hard-headed motherfucker that they talking about. That
And now all of that is about processing. So if AR-15 can process faster than CJ, right? Remember, we all complained about Sam, and it was all about Sam's processing. People can sit there and talk shit about Sam all they want to. Dude had a fucking cannon. And if you look at his when he came out of USC, reason why he didn't go one because Baker had did that bullshit when he put the flag in the middle of the field in Ohio State and was talking trash. So
Can you hear me?
he was on the hype. Yeah, he was on the hype train. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm back.
Now, Wally, what you just said was those things that you just made up in your own mind, or are these actual factual
Those are
things?
facts, bro. Those are facts. You can Google it.
you sure about that? Because they say we moved the goalpost, so I
No,
don't
no,
want.
no.
I
I
just
was just
got
watching.
back. What I missed?
I was watching ESPN early today, and they had like a quarterback discussion. And guess what they did? At the end of the damn video, right? They were talking about the scores, and one of the guys said, "Yeah, they don't want to talk about it, but CJ scored real low on that test, but no one want to talk about it." Also, the video ends. I'm like, that's some bullshit. See. And here's the thing: every time somebody talking bad about CJ, where is anybody taking up for him? Nobody. They
I'm
say he's
definitely
hard to
not.
coach.
I'm definitely not me riding one player. Like I'm open to hear about the other players, but bruh, I don't know.
Me too. I'm just saying it's kind of weird though that normally, especially this time of year, even if it ain't the coaches, what about the damn players that played with him? Somebody got to be coming forward and saying this ain't the guy, man. I don't
Wow.
know what y'all got. You know,
I never seen that happen though. I never seen no player or coach down their player that's going in the draft that year.
no, but they're not taking up for him either. What I'm saying is the media is saying something trash about a guy. Usually somebody, high school coach, quarterback coach, head coach,
Yeah,
player, somebody's
I'm
coming
gonna have to
out
pay you.
saying.
I'm gonna have to pay you $50 to find that footage.
I'm just saying someone got to be saying something good
I
about the
never
guy.
heard that. Only time I seen somebody lash out on the player was when Baker left the Browns. Other than that, I ain't seen nobody talk bad about anybody.
No, the guy from what's his name, Michael Lombardi, said that C.J. Stroud is hard to coach. He put
Yeah,
that out as an insider, right? Nobody has come to the guy's defense.
You
Nobody.
Not yet.
I'm just saying.
the J issue.
Where's this? Go ahead.
what's up?
You heard that report where it was Michael Lombardi, what Wiley just said, came out and said that
Yeah,
CJ is difficult coach.
yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay. Then you didn't give a fuck about that. Okay, I got you.
Nah, fuck him. Who is he? What have he done?
Yeah, but
My
where's his high school coach that says he's not hard to coach?
of
Where's his
what
quarterback coach says he's not hard to coach?
That was his quarterback coach?
No, but where is anyone taking up for the guy saying that
he,
Michael Lombardi doesn't know what he's talking about?
I don't know. Shit, they probably feel like just let that damn idiot say what he want to say. But I get it. Like you do want somebody for your defense, but at
he
the
an
end of
idiot.
the day, I mean, if the like back in the day when the media said some bullshit, they got fined and they either got fired. Nowadays, people was doing clickbaits and I mean I don't know.
I don't
I
know. I
don't
mean, on national TV, I mean, that's kind of usually you would think that somebody like those things would happen, like you get fired,
Yeah, you get fired.
but
Yeah.
he's not fired, bro.
Do he work? Do he work for them, or is he
Yeah,
just
he
a
used to be a,
host?
he used to be a GM.
yeah,
he works for. He was it CBS or I think it's CBS. I think he works for.
He probably going as a guest and just I don't know. I don't get it.
but now he
Yeah, but
guessing.
what I'm trying to say is this: he had a quarterback coach. Where the guy at? He had a high school coach. Where the guy
Yeah.
at? He had 7-on-7. All these guys that coached this guy.
Yeah, that's big news. You would think, what I'm saying, just the
Vince.
in
I
his
mean you.
defense, somebody would be like, I don't know what Lombardi's talking about. He did great here. He had no problems. This, and that, another. And there's a lot of people that's into what's that word? Oh, somebody just paid him to say that. I mean, they just trying to
No
run the
black.
stock
Make
to another team to get him. I mean, I just don't know why you would go out that far out your way just to say that just for some money. When you're already getting paid good money. You already been a GM. How much more money can they pay you?
not that much.
I mean,
Shit.
for you to slander this man.
Shit. If he
You
What
taking
get
off his
sued.
money, maybe he need more money.
he said, I'm not. It's not a knock. He said it's not a knock. He's like, it's just what I've heard. I went and checked different sources, and they've all echoed the same thing. I'm like, dang.
But
So was
he
CJ the only one he talked about?
No, he said that out of all the quarterbacks that are out there, this is the prevailing thing about him. It's like when you go to coach him, it's hard for him to trust what you're saying.
Man,
Yeah,
Whereas,
he knows it all.
yeah,
don't want to hear that, G. That hurt your
hell no,
feelings.
I don't.
that's what I'm saying.
Like
All,
𝐥𝐤𝐤. Did
all
you
boy
feel
walks on. He
You said
won't.
what, Papa?
when you think about Cam? Do you think Cam came in here acting like he knew it all?
Nah, he couldn't.
Nope.
Right.
Ron didn't let him.
Right. Plus, he might be cocky. Ain't nothing wrong with being cocky sometimes.
No,
Ain't nothing wrong with being confident. But when you coming in with being conceited, nah, that's totally different. That's not what you want in your locker room.
no, you don't want that because the
But
fact is,
we hope this is a
you
lie. We just
yeah,
saying,
we hope it's a lie, but you don't want that in a grown man locker room. You got the youngest guy in the room, piss off all the adults that got to pay their rent and pay child support and all this other shit. Man, they'll tear that young boy up.
you see
I
what
mean,
happened.
but
Remember what happened to Collins back in the day?
Oh yeah, college pissed the people off. He fucked our whole locker room up.
That old
Cam,
line, all them boys come in and blitz them and hit them.
Yeah.
yeah, Cam backed his shit up though. I don't see why the offensive line wasn't messing with him because like Q stated a few lives back, like the offensive line didn't even help him when he got hit in his mouth. He laid out on the ground. So if
Mm.
even when Cam proved himself, the weapons and his teammates weren't even on his side. So I don't know.
A
We talking
lot, a
about
lot of
Kerry Collins had said some things and he shouldn't have never said. So the O line
correct.
let the defenders come in, blitz him and hit him. They let him
Yep.
walk.
If you watch old Carolina Panthers stuff, yeah, you're right.
They let him get hit. They ain't trying to defend him at all. It's different with
Yep.
Cam. They might not have seen him get hit because they back is turned. They probably didn't know what
It,
happened.
and it's not like Cam had good offensive linemen. He had what, two?
Right?
He had Khalil.
Damn
He
near
Khalil.
had
one.
he had Khalil. He had Turtle for a little while. and he had I'm saying is he would have like 1 or 2 out of 5. You know,
Mhm.
he you can't say he had like 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
He,
That's
even if the guard, even if the tackle sucked, but the guard, the center was good, he could stand in the pocket. But no, they weren't even good.
I
Right.
mean
And
Andrew North.
that hurts developing your quarterback.
And right now we got a good offensive line, could be better, but I think it takes time to get better. But you want somebody at least that can that played under pressure. And look at his stats. Look at Bryce Young's stats under pressure. He gets better under pressure. So
Yeah.
you want that. Whereas you look at CJ, he falls off a cliff. That's my only. If they take him out, I'll buy a damn jersey. That means I am trusting the coaches, not necessarily CJ.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting,
It,
man. Because
it, it,
usually this is the time where you start hearing like the real negative stuff. They go in your tweets, they go on your Facebook, like things you've done over the past, and
they do it to everybody.
once they find it,
Oh, they gonna echo it.
they're gonna echo it. Once they find it, it's hard for you to deny it. You got to have somebody come and talk about you and talk about you in
Yeah.
the right way.
Look at Tulsa. Tulsa, they called us what? Smoking weed with a
Mm-hmm.
gas mask on. And when did they bring it out? The damn night of the draft. That's what I'm saying. He's the best left tackle in the draft. He went tumbling. I'm just saying and they also had individual workouts with all these guys. So I'm quite sure they looking at Bryce Young and they saying this dude is fucking small and they're debating that shit. But if he shined in the individual workouts and all the other shit he's shining at, they probably gonna take the guy.
You know what's funny though, and this is just a little joke. I don't mean no harm by it. But wouldn't that be messed up if Demir Berg and Bryce Young standing beside each other? You can't tell the two, other than the
Oh,
number.
you won't, you won't.
Cause they're the same height and weigh almost the same weight.
Yep, you're true. Maybe Bird's a little heavier now though.
Yeah, Burden grew into a grown man, but yeah, you won't be able to tell the two.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You okay over there?
Who that?
I know he at work, but yeah.
He didn't expect that one. He didn't expect that
Hey,
one.
They hear some of
hey,
these think that CJ Walker.
rational, man. It's rational. It's not emotional.
I got a
It's,
question, Wilder. Maybe you may know this. How many
What's up?
QBs does the Peyton Manning camp bring in from the college, the college source? You know what I'm saying? Like how
I
how
think it's around 12. I think they do around 12 to 15.
okay.
Probably 12 to 15. But if and they go to Duke normally, they go to Duke and they deal with the Duke quarterback coach. Uh, because remember that's how the dude from the Giants got drafted because he was in Peyton's camp and also the quarterback coach at Duke was his quarterback coach.
Mm.
That's how he got drafted number 9 when everybody was like, how the hell that dude get drafted so high? Because Peyton Manning and the quarterback coach that's in Peyton Manning's camp is the Duke quarterback coach.
I think that Lamar Jackson was invited, but he declined of going.
Yeah.
But I do know Anthony Richardson went.
I don't know how he did.
I don't know
But
either.
people are not, yeah, he got the best deep ball. He's the most accurate with the deep ball. So if we do a play action, we throw it deep, that dude fucking got a cannon, man.
All right, I'm
And he's
back.
accurate with it.
Mm-hmm.
What I missed, Papa?
Now we're trying to figure out how many QBs go to the Peyton Manning camp from college every year.
Peyton Manning got a camp. Oh shit, I ain't trying to be racial, but shit, the only thing I've been seeing was white kids.
No, Anthony Richardson went.
AR went.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What they saying about that? How did that go?
He talked about it briefly. They showed a picture of him and Peyton and his brother.
Ain't that ain't that on the NFL Plus?
Should be.
Yeah, I ain't got that. That's probably why I ain't seen it. Did Maddox say anything good about him?
Well, the managers didn't talk about it. They were just interviewing AR, and they brought it up to him. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. You know, soaking in so much information." He said, "That's why I don't mind sitting behind a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I can learn and get better because I love like learning all this new information and stuff." I was like, "Okay." So I
That's
mean,
what's up.
it's cool. Wherever he gonna go, he gonna be fine. Wherever whoever we get, we're gonna be fine too.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's gonna look really. I hate to say it, but damn it, man. Ohio State, those guys are jinx. Jinx like a mother.
You said they jinx.
Yeah, they jinxed him for the quarterback position. Now Jalen Hurts, look, well, not Jalen Hurts. Excuse me, the guy that plays at Chicago. What's his name again? Fields.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Justin Fields looked amazing at Ohio State. People keep looking at him running in the NFL, but in Ohio State, he had all those damn number one receivers.
That's all
He
he
was
do.
throwing the ball all over the place. So they go to NFL, they say he can't throw the ball. It's weird.
Because he's too busy running for his life.
Yeah, because ain't no offensive line.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
blame his coaching staff.
That's true.
See, Jay, now you jumping on board what I be talking about. Man, you gotta blame the coaching staff.
I always said that, like, even with Cam, like, I love to do to death. I mean, he turned Carolina up. But at the end of the day, I blame Ron. I've been saying that for shit. Even when we had Ron, I just
Ron
didn't
had
like
too
how
much
he
pride.
handled Cam.
Ron had too much pride. He should have brought back Chuck. Because that's the only offensive coordinator we had that made Cam look like a fucking beast.
Yeah,
Cam, the year that Cam, 2015, it's like Cam just started doing his own thing. He wasn't listening to the motherfucker. He
pretty
was doing
much.
his own thing.
Yeah,
He was doing his own thing.
yeah.
And
And Ron didn't care about no offense anyway. All he cared about was defense.
yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Cam did that thing, and Cam won those games because of Cam. He didn't win it because Bray and play design.
Even when, like, looking back, bruh, the Kelvin Benjamin thing, he only went off a height instead of the best wide receiver that year,
True.
which is confusing in itself.
That was Gallivan though. Gallivan, boy.
Man, dude just let
Remember
his
Gallup?
arm go.
Remember Gallivan got rid of Starr and then drafted old boy was
You
it
talking about
Ely?
K1 Short?
No, he got rid of Starr because K1 Short and Starr was playing together. They were dominating. People
Vernon
didn't
Butler?
realize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Buck.
that's Butler. That's who they got. They got Butler in the second round or the end of the first round. One of the two.
He was in the
But
first round.
yeah, but what they didn't realize was Starr would have been fucking a number 2, number 3. But remember they talking about he had a heart condition. That's why he fell to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then Starr was allowing, he was taking 2 guys on all game long. And he was allowing KK just do what KK does. And then when Starr went away, all of a sudden they was like they double teamed KK. KK couldn't take it. Cause he wasn't built like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was KK. Man, that was a bad pick. Not KK, but
Star, Latule.
no, not
Yeah.
Star. The other guy that we got in the first round,
Vernon?
Vernon Butler.
Now
He was
that got to be the worst draft pick of Panther history.
you ain't lying. He was pretty bad.
He was bad.
He was bad.
I'll
He
put
was
him over
hurt.
Jimmy Clausen.
Oh yeah, Clausen was pretty bad too. That was like a bad draft pick. That was like Winky.
Yeah, that's your 1A, 1B.
Pretty close. Those are bad picks. Those are bad picks.
Oh man.
Oh, this is horrible. But yeah. So this year, I'm telling you, I've been looking at all the people we have on the future contracts and all that stuff, and the guys we just picked up free agents wise. There's gonna be a lot of guys that gonna get flushed out because they probably go with I say 5 to 6 D tackles. But people gonna keep realizing keep talking about defensive end. We're not gonna go to get the defensive end y'all thinking. We're gonna get an outside linebacker because remember Anderson is still there. He's 6'6", 300 pounds. He got hurt last year, and then play the whole season. But Anderson is a big boy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's playing defensive end in a 3-4. So if you count him, you count the guys that they just signed. That's 4, right, or 5. Then you count Brown. That's 6. Then you count McCray that's on the bench. Is it McCray? The guy that was drafted last year.
McCall.
McCall. That's 7. Then you got the dude that came out of Baylor. That's 8. That's 8 right there. And they ain't count that. The Samoan dude they just signed the other day. That's 9.
He already took somebody's job. Somebody out of there.
I'm saying that's 9 right there.
That was a
So
great.
somebody's gonna go.
Yeah, somebody out of here.
So I'm just saying is that's and then they did the same thing though in the defensive back room, because now we got 5 damn safeties.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Rowe. Remember, he could play nickel, and he can play safety.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Chin. Then you got the guy we had last year. We got from Minnesota. Then we signed Ross, right? It was Ross, right? The guy came from
Rowe.
the Bengals.
Oh, Von Bell.
Bell. That's 4. Then we got the guy that was on the practice squad for the last 2 years. That's 5. And we got another futures guy. That's 6.
Oh.
Those are all safeties.
Mm.
And then we did the same thing in cornerback room. We got about 7 or 8 cornerbacks there. Not count the guys we keep talking about. I'm talking about guys on futures contracts and stuff. So I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to draft, but I think we need a middle linebacker that can play both middle linebacker and outside linebacker. That's why I keep going with old boy out of Arkansas, because he can do both. And then the defense can be flexible. We may play some 4-3, we'll play some 3-4, we'll play some 5. We're gonna play some 5-2. We'll play a lot of different fronts. I'm just saying is that we're gonna have this year's gonna be camp is gonna be interesting. We have a lot of guys that are, that we had that's gonna be getting cut, but we're gonna have way better team this year than any year we've had over the last 5 to 7 years.
And I believe that. Too. I do too. I think everyone's gonna come here and have these boys hyped up. I was looking at how he coached. Very smooth, you know what I'm saying? Very technical on what he's trying to see and what he's trying to get these guys to do. He's not just sitting there, he's not one of them, I'm gonna yell at you all type of all day type of coach. He's not that type of he's reserved. He's really big on technique.
Yeah. So, but where he get that from?
You already know. The OG.
Don Capers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dom. And people don't realize Dom loves the blitz. Loves the blitz. So
you got a lot of things I'm excited about, man. Wiley, where you gonna be for draft night? Or draft night?
I'll be here in Germany, man, watching it.
Mm.
But we need worst case we could do we did a live. It could be like I pull up NFL on my iPad and be on my phone, and people can pull up on TV and be on their phones. We don't have to all watch it together, but we could be, watching it and commentating over our phones.
Right.
And still be doing it together. If people don't want to go to the stadium. Because I think they're going to be also blasting from the stadium, so they may be blasting on Panthers.com.
Yeah, it's possible. I got to figure all that out myself. I didn't know if I wanted to. I know MD said earlier that if we can do it through Discord and see if
we should be able to do it through Discord.
If we can do it through there, then I can link my YouTube TV to it and show it from there.
There we go. We do it through Discord. My thing about it is, it's just camaraderie, because it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to get whatever quarterback. I think I'm going to be happy, but I think we're going to do some. I don't know if we're going to stay where we at. I think we're going to do some. We're going to move up in the draft, probably in the second round. I mean, not second. Yeah, we'll move from move into the second round and grab another pick. there's a lot of good guys in the draft, and we don't have a lot of holes.
No,
And I don't think I don't think we need like a outside linebacker because we need to give the guys a chance that we already got on the team.
yeah, we don't need an outside linebacker. We got those already.
I think we just need one linebacker that needs to be a middle linebacker, and I think Drew he could do that, man. Drew Sanders he could do both because we need a captain of the defense. We don't have no captain of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole bunch of good players, but no captain of the defense.
Yeah, and I think, like I told uh Q, I wouldn't be mad if we got two wide receivers out this draft. Just because if we catch the injury bug because of who we got on our team, he was saying that only Thielen is the one that's Mr. Reliable, but everybody else hasn't been able to hold up. Well, if that's the
Yeah,
case,
but we got Preston Williams. Preston Williams, yes, he broke his foot, right? But other than that, he had no injuries in college nor in the NFL. And we got him from Miami. I'm just saying, I don't really think we know what we got
mm-hmm.
because we got to look at the whole roster. And if we trust these guys in their evaluation, some guys, look at Thielen. Thielen was a practice squad guy. Did you know that?
Yeah, he was a walk on.
Yeah, he was undrafted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if we trust the guys to be able to evaluate talent, and if they pick somebody up and they say this we're gonna develop this guy, let's because if we draft somebody, they're gonna have to play. I mean, we have to cut somebody. They don't be on the practice squad. It's one of those things where, and then next year's draft is full of receivers. So I say we fix the defense and then see what we got on offense, and then next year fix the offense because you also have more money. So it's one of those things. It's like I like the Kansas City model. Kansas City don't look for big time players. They look for players that are going to complement the quarterback. They can complement the offense. So we don't know what offense we're going to run. We don't know none of that stuff because it's the first year. So I really don't know which way to go on offense. I know on defense where to go. But they also got a whole bunch of safeties now. I thought they'd be good to draft a safety. Defensive back, a safety, and a linebacker.
Yeah, I think we covered with safety.
Yeah, so I don't know now.
Yeah, it's gonna be BPA and who's available and what we absolutely need. And if that player is there, that's what we need. We're gonna go for it. I think once we get our quarterback, the anxiety of the Panther Nation is gonna go down,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can just start focusing on who's the next piece to this organization.
And that's true. And the thing about it, unlike with Cam, we have a young guy, and I know it's Matt Corral. A lot of people hate him, but we have a young guy that can develop behind our quarterback at the same time. So God forbid, and he's on a rookie contract. God forbid he gets hurt, he can come in. And we also have Andy Dalton there too. But what I'm saying, yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, with Cam, think about it. We had Derek Anderson, that was it. We really didn't have anybody that we were developing along with Cam.
Yeah, well,
he came from the Vikings. That don't count.
Yeah, you're right. And here's the funny part. So Webb had he's a quarterback guru now, right? I know that's why I laughed when I saw that. But John, yeah. So Webb said regarding Bryce Young, he said because he does a lot of stuff with all the quarterbacks. He said with Bryce Young, he got through all the stuff that he normally does with the quarterbacks, and he said, "Well, I got to make this shit more advanced because he answered everything we needed to answer. Now I gotta step it up myself to make sure I challenge this guy. I'm just saying it's if a guy is so far ahead of go ahead.
He has it. He has it. He has the IQ. Definitely does. He has everything. I mean, other than
The size
or weight.
Yeah, if he was 6'1", 6'2", if he was just Matt Corral size, we wouldn't be having this damn discussion.
Nah,
Dude
that's
be
it.
#1 draft pick. That'd have been it.
That'd have been it.
Even if Hooker was healthy.
Yeah,
Hooker would be like 26.
because Hooker has only had one really great year
Yeah.
compared to AR has had two.
AR only started 1 year. You mean Bryce?
Yeah, I mean Bryce. Bryce had
Yeah.
two, and Stroud has two, I believe.
Correct.
That's why when old buddy had said something about Cam, I was like, I never would compare Cam to AR because the amount of experience that Cam has had is 3 times more than AR.
Yeah, because he sat behind what
Tebow.
was it?
Then he
Tebow. Then he went to the junior college, won a championship in the junior college, then came back and then what did they do in Auburn? They set the offense up for Cam.
right. They knew what they was getting back. He won there, so I mean, like, I'm not comparing AR to Cam. There's no way. I mean, they got some similar things, but that really goes out my head because I think they're different quarterbacks.
Yeah, Cam didn't have the pocket awareness that AR has.
No, he doesn't. He's gotten better though over the years.
Yeah, but look how many years he's been in. 10 years, what, 8, 10 years? Come on, man. You're gonna learn something.
Yeah, you know, man. Might get to see him play again this year. Who knows?
I think so. Cam ain't done, but I don't want him on the Panthers right now.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah.
How much do we trust any QBs in later rounds than Matt Corral?
None.
It's
Because
kind of
what I did was this. So me and my mom are all about research, right? So I went and looked at compared Matt Corral whenever he was in the SEC with everybody in the SEC at the time. Who was in the SEC? Bryce Young. Uh, what's his name? Hooker was there. Who else was there? There was a couple more guys that are currently in the draft. And he was all his numbers were most of his numbers were better than they were. He was like the second or third quarterback in the SEC. So his problem was his temper. His problem was, they ran an offense that didn't require him to read a lot of the defense. So he needed some work. But all these guys need work in this draft. It's not a good quarterback draft. Once you get past the top 4, you really come off a real cliff. Top 2, you go off a cliff, and then after that, you go off even farther cliff. So. Yeah. Next year's draft gonna be better, quarterback wise and receiver.
You think so?
I agree with that 100%.
Quarterback wise?
Drake May, Caleb Williams. That's just to start off. I think that boy Michael Penix Jr. is going to be dope too from Washington. I mean, there's going to be a bevy of guys that are going to be coming out.
Yeah, they said Penix Jr. is going to be #1 quarterback on the draft. Hey, even though Williams done all these things he's done, even though the guy out of North Carolina looks great, but so that shows you that there's going to be some guy that can come out of the blue. That shows you that's 3 quarterbacks that are better. Well, I would put Bryce against most of those guys, but the problem is those guys are bigger and they process like a motherfucker. All of them.
I think
So.
Drake May is probably and he don't get enough credit for how good he really is. I mean, a lot of guys look at Drake May and they say he's a product of having Joshua Downs or some of those guys, that defense. But I think that Tar Heel team, we're gonna really see what he made out of this year because he don't have, a lot of his weapons is going in the draft. So hopefully they can replace some of those guys. Drake May is the truth in my eyes. I would have much rather had if we would have been able to go into next year's draft. Caleb Williams and him, choose between them.
But it's one of those things where we got a new coach, and they want to get him on the right path now. So remember when we started this, I said we could stay at 9 and draft quarterback the following year. Everybody thought I was crazy. I'm like, okay,
Golly.
okay.
But see, I don't mind that because the way how this team has been positioned and this team has been built. But the problem is the patience in Carolina is way too thin. You got motherfuckers talking about they want to go to the playoffs this year, and it's hard to do that without a quarterback, Wiley. So if we wait another year, they're gonna set sharp.
That's true. We're gonna go to We're gonna go to playoffs this year anyway. So
I mean,
now that we're drafting a quarterback, so
be real, Wiley. We go to the playoffs this year by default because the NFC and the NFC South is so bad. I mean,
that's true. That is
Mm.
true. That is true. But it helps the quarterback in the developmental process because he get to see more stuff, and then the following year or the following off season, he can work on that, and then the next year won't be so big for him when the NFC is better. So I'm just
So
saying it's a perfect opportunity to build a long lasting winner.
we only got 2 years, Wiley. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We only
yeah,
got 2 years.
yeah. That's what I was saying
Yeah.
too, Q. Because if you look at it, all the coaches is either leaving next year or the year after. So I don't think that David Tepper really believe in what he's doing moving forward. I feel like he's really cautious about what he's doing. Because even if our head coach mess up, I mean he's out the window because the other coaches under him don't have long-term deals.
Yeah, but if you look at the staff, let's look at Evio and look at defense, right? They can go two different ways if Evero left. They got the guy that came from Philly that was the Jacksonville defensive coordinator, or they can get the guy that came from college. I'm trying to remember his name, black dude, but he can also be the defensive coordinator as long as we keep uh, uh,
We got
uh, Dom Capers. Go ahead.
but that's you would look at Capers more like in a senior position, like an advisory.
Correct. But what I'm trying to say is all of those guys worked under him. So from a philosophy perspective, you have the same philosophy. So it's not like you're going to change your philosophy completely. What you'll have is you have a different guy with a different, little different look, but overall, from a X's and O perspective, the team won't be changing like that. They built this team, and also on offense. If Brown leaves, they got somebody right behind him. They got two guys behind him that can take his place.
I
They got
mean, but
Henderson, which is go ahead.
as a fan, don't that like ain't that like an appetizer to you? Like you spending this money for these coaches that you want to coach your players, and then all of a sudden they gone and you just want to replace them with somebody under them.
No, you built your.
That don't excite me. Uh,
It incited me for this reason because that means if they do leave, right, that means someone's right behind them to take their place. That's more important than having one good guy, and then he takes his assistant, and then we fuck.
okay, okay. So how did McAdoo do after Joe Brady?
He didn't
Or
do
is that
good, but
different? Is that different?
that was those are
Bad.
two different styles. What I'm trying to say is this: worst case, the coach can call the offense. Plus,
That's
remember, Henderson is the quarterback. I mean, the receivers coach. He want to be an offensive coordinator. The guy that's the quarterback coach. He wants to be an offensive coordinator. I'm just saying you have guys that are behind them, and then Frank can mentor them. I'm saying you have enough built-in buffer. We didn't have that with Ron. We kept getting guys taking him. We were screwed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once McDermott left on that
We,
defense, we were screwed. Once Chajinski left on that offense, we were
we were
screwed.
done.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
he
I'm
had
just saying.
some
Mhm.
defense in the door, and he allowed them to walk. And after that, we were in worlds of trouble.
Each one of these coaches, main coaches, have a protege underneath them to take that spot if they decide to go somewhere else to be a head coach somewhere else. So we're not in trouble. That's the least of our problems. The biggest problems right now is to bring in the pieces that we need to be contender for years to come. And previous from our last regimes and coaches, they didn't know how to scout talent, and that's why I said these guys are going to be expendable because some of these guys that are starters are not starters. And like I'm gonna repeat saying it again, I'm gonna keep saying it all year long. Scott Fitterer said, if you don't go out there and make the big plays, you don't produce, you're gonna get that pink slip.
Well, think about it like this. Think about it like this. So Rowe is a he's a what
He's a safety
safety,
slash
but
corner.
he's a cornerback too. So what I'm trying to say is this: he played corner at New England, so he could if CJ's getting burned and all that, they can switch it up. I'm saying they built some redundancy in, and I think they're gonna have a lot of time. They're gonna be going with three safeties, maybe four sometimes, because they're gonna have Chin out there in the big nickel. They have a boy rotating over as a cornerback, and then you have the other two safeties out there. I'm just saying they're gonna be a lot more safeties playing than cornerbacks.
Yeah, I think
I,
that's where the league is going.
and then look at it. We were talking about earlier potentially. What if ever will walk out the door? Once you got your culture and set, there's a guy I think that's going to be the next up for the defensive coordinator position up under us, and I think that's Jonathan Cooley, the defensive
Yeah.
back coach, because they went
Hmm.
out. They already pre this whole thing out. They went out and got um the assistant back coach that they used to play in Washington.
Yeah, they got the guy out of from the Eagles too. He was
Yeah.
the Jacksonville defensive coordinator too. I'm just saying they got guys that are and they all the good thing about all of them, they all come from the Dom Capers tree. So I'm
Hmm.
just saying is we won't have that much of a philosophy change because if you have guys that coming from disparate locations, you can have I want to change it up. I want to do this more, that more. Then you don't have to receive you don't have the players to play that style.
Yeah, that's what messed up with McAdoo. He didn't have the same coaching style that he was
Mm-mm.
already underneath. That's where he messed up at. He wanted to do something totally different. Um, and as you see, I mean, it really didn't work. That style of play is old. It's not original. It's basic. Um,
True.
and he the only excuse you can say is that well, I didn't have the talent to really run the plays I wanted to run. I had to scheme
That's
to
old.
my players were
That's the
good at,
old way.
and that's just the
That,
old way. You know what I mean?
yeah, you heard what everybody said when they came up there. They said we will design the offense and defense to our players' strengths. That's the new way of doing things. Because you can always have a player that can't do something well, but but he can do other things well. So why wouldn't you highlight that instead of highlighting his flaws?
Facts.
So, and that's what I'm. They're like, once they get everybody in there, they go through training camp. They'll design it to those guys' strengths. And if they play like when we first had our defense there in 95, 94, 95, we gonna be cooking with Crisco, baby.
That's why I think Laviska Chenault is the black horse show because we just do not know what he is capable of doing. Like
No.
I have not seen him run like real wide receiver plays since he was with Jacksonville. And I mean, he's a big dude, yo. 6'2", 240, can run fast, athletic. Like he should have no problems. Even if he can't get separation, his size, he should be able to be a possession receiver.
Hmm.
The
But you
corners,
got to think. Did you watch him at who was that? Colorado. At Colorado, they had him all over the place, and that's the
all over the place.
problem. Hmm?
Yeah, he was all over the place. Mhm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and they made exotic plays for him. It's the same thing though. If you don't do that kind of stuff and look at the strength of the players, then your offense is going to be stale.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this season, though. I mean, like I said, I think Q said it best. Is that our our Panthers friends and family and those who love this organization, we just gotta have patience because We're not there yet. We're trying to get there. We just got out of a dark hole. We're just
Yes.
now seeing light. So be patient with your organization and believe in that they're gonna do what's best for the team. Um, Fit, y'all gotta say that Fit is the GM of the year already.
Oh yeah. He's
So
been doing his thing now.
he needs an award. He need an extra a bonus check. I mean, he's been balling for us just to get us some significant talent out here. And if y'all would please, I mean, if you get a chance, hit that like button. I mean, it's like 33 people in here. We're trying to give y'all some good content. We got the show open if you want to come in and talk. Just hit that like button for it. We appreciate it so much. If you want to donate anything to the Cash App is there. Say hey, we're here for y'all, and I hope y'all like what y'all see and hear.
Mm-hmm. Hey, check this out. So I think in the fifth round we're gonna draft a running back,
A
a
power.
bruiser.
Yeah, I want a bruiser.
Yeah,
I don't know how many big
yeah.
bruisers in here. That's one thing I'm gonna have to ask. Me and Q gonna have to do a deep dive and see which one of these guys are a thumper.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and back to me, there's two obvious choices. Well, three obvious choices. Kenny McIntosh, Devin Kane, and then Chase Brown. Like those are top three position that we're drafting at in the round that we can get for that. Now, that's why
Yeah.
I say I don't think we'll take a running back higher than the fifth round.
Brown will be there. And Brown's a home run hitter.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
he is.
yeah. We love Brown. Yeah, we'll Chase Brown fan over here. Yeah,
Yes, Lord. Matter of fact, I got a mock draft set come out at 5. After this, it's queued up to come at 5. Where I did 2 mock drafts into one. So please don't miss it. Come back for that. 5 p.m. That's definitely going down. You don't want to miss it, man. The mock drafts better and better every week, and I'm telling you, I love it, man. We might even do a live mock draft here on the show. If not, the next show afterwards, we got to come up with some things, man.
yeah. I want to throw some different scenarios, because of who we picked up in free agency. We've been really working. You remember Sika was one of the guys we really wanted to get. But now that we got Buddy, we don't necessarily have to go that route. So
Yeah.
it's getting it's
Yeah,
getting
they've been working, man.
yeah. The team is working, man. Everybody should be so excited, and like I told you, I admitted to y'all. Usually I don't say stuff like this, but I did not buy any memorabilia while we had the
That
camp.
man we don't talk about.
I knew that we was just share out of luck. I just
Yeah,
could not believe in him.
it was
So
horrible.
as soon as we got this new regime in, I've already started buying stuff again. So I'm ready to feel proud. I feel like there's magic that's coming back, and man, I just can't wait.
Hey, think about it like this. Look at Denver's backfield, right? Defensive backfield.
Mm.
Other than the guy they drafted, name the other people.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
See? So what I'm trying to say is this. They've been mirroring the same shit Denver did on defense. But I think we got quality or better players than Denver had. So I'm excited because I think our defense is gonna be top five, bro.
bro, I'm telling y'all. And Brandon Dunn, he said I didn't either, bro. Bro, I went through some, bro. I used to love just throwing on my Carolina gear wherever I went. You know what I mean? Maybe run into a fan, maybe run into an op. It didn't matter to me because I was proud of my team. When that big biscuit head ass man, listen, I was like, oh hell, ain't no way. I just slowly and slowly, you know, just cloud of dust. That's all it did was just sit there.
Yeah, me too.
I
Me too. You ain't by yourself.
had to hold my
Oh,
head.
My I was going to the bar. Everybody used to go there. Man, I stopped wearing my damn gear. I was just pissed off.
Oh yeah, because it went up with a laughing stock.
Yeah,
Well, you represent them Carolina funky ass Panthers. And y'all ain't did nothing because y'all got no cam. You know, I had to hear it all.
Mm-hmm.
And this be Cowboys fans, the worst.
Yeah,
So,
but those guys, I laugh at those guys. I hit them with the truth bombs. I'll be like, when you first came in, you didn't win for the first 27 years. You didn't have a winning season for the first 27 years. Did you know that?
right. But it's bad, Wally, bro. It's bad when you got. See, my bar is very diverse, but we do have a lot of Panthers fans come in. But I got to deal with my boy. He's a Steelers fan. And when a Colts fan come up and start talking shit to you, I'm like, you got the nerve. Y'all ain't been relevant ever.
Who was it? The Colts?
Colts. I mean, like, y'all ain't been relevant in so long. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, but they were relevant when they had Peyton.
Well, when I'm drinking and we talking football, I say whatever.
Okay, all
I
right.
want to hit you wherever it hurts.
If
And
you
you
with a
ran
whole
out
bunch of
of luck.
young guys, you can hit them up. But like
Yeah,
me,
the young guys. Yeah, it looked like you ran out of luck. You know, I'll be tearing their ass up. Whatever I can say. Come talk to me. You a Colts fan? Shut up.
So
yeah.
fella, we did an updated of the positioning in the draft, and I love what I see. They re-ranked everybody. So everybody, just a quick look at the ranking.
Oh,
Now y'all look at the quarterback ranking and look far off.
look at that.
I'm legally blind.
I bet you are.
I see it. I'm on my phone, but I got my glasses on.
Brian is sitting at number 1. Hold on, I can make the screen bigger. Hold on, I can make the screen
I can see it perfect.
this right.
There we go.
All right.
You said Roshan. I'm gonna check him out. Dom 34. Appreciate that.
Sitting at number 1. It don't get any better than this. I'm gonna zoom all the way in. The
Yeah,
number
you're right.
that they got right in the draft right now is Bryce Young. Number 2, they got C.J. Stroud. Then they got Will Anderson, Anthony Richardson, and Jalen Carter. Now be mindful. Got Anthony Richardson ahead of Jalen Carter.
I was just finna say that.
Yeah. Just let it sink in to everybody that's overlooking the value of this top 5. This is the consensus top 5 in the draft right now.
Yeah, he right there.
Yeah,
Y'all, that doesn't happen for no reason, y'all. That's how we trying to tell y'all. Keep your
Look at
eyes
the
open.
10 ranked players right here. Christian Gonzalez, we all see a beast at corner. He's the best back in this draft. Then they got
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon. You think Witherspoon better than Christian Gonzalez?
Way more fluid.
that Levis on bleed out.
And look at this. Ohio State in the top 12. Look at the players now. Remember I kept telling y'all about it? Look at the
Receiver
talent.
and offensive line.
Yes,
Jesus.
sir. Y'all sitting here acting like I'm lying to y'all. Look at Georgia. Remember I keep talking about the weapons that Georgia had? Ohio State with them. With the players. Do y'all see right here? Interior lineman for Florida at number 29.
Yeah.
I'm still on that Will Levis at 9.
Hold on, go back down. And then another Ohio State guy.
Where at? What number you
Like
saw?
number 20 something.
20
Go up a
something?
little bit. No, that's it's Oklahoma. My bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the ranked players as it stands right now. And I'm telling you, Jahmyr Gibbs for Bryce Young is the only Alabama guy that I think I just saw. I don't even think I saw. Okay, hold on. Brian Branch is a side.
Oh, he gonna do his thing.
But what I'm saying, the Ohio
we got
State.
a good chance.
Look, John Jones.
Look at Drew Anderson. We got a good chance.
Y'all stop. I done count almost 4 players in the top 32 almost for Ohio State. So that's all I'm saying. I'm looking at it right here, and the updated for the players is here. All I'm saying is don't be fooled by somebody who don't know what they talking. These boys is closer than you think they are. Think that these boys are miles apart. They act like Bryce Stroud are transcended talents, and everybody scrubs. Well, Anderson is a transcended talent. I'm trying to tell you, AR
You
15.
didn't just make this up, did you?
Hmm?
You didn't just make this up, did you?
I ain't making shit up. I mean, I'm just telling you, I ain't put together the website. I didn't do it.
Oh man, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing when you talking some good stuff out here and you put it out there. You know, and now you can actually let the universe see what you're saying. That you're just not just talking outside of your, like you say, outside of your ass. You
Yeah.
actually putting some real thought into this process. And until today, y'all now see that how it's updated. It's going exactly how we've been saying.
Yeah.
hmm
People
It
would
may
think
change a little bit, but it's yeah, the premise is the same.
They ain't got much. But they got 8 more days.
we
How
are
Yeah.
spread fucking narrative. We lying to people. And you can't make this shit up. It is closer than you can think. It's not because you can't fathom it. There. This shit is these boys are
hmm
equal in talent. I hate to tell you that.
True.
Now there it is.
that's amazing.
Else, because they'll say I made up the word, took my time, the president. So that
I
shit
mean, you
alone.
was over there for a minute, Q. I don't know.
You would look, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
The one right here, right here.
Lose.
CJ Stroud Jr. Oh, hey,
oh man.
I just pull the shit up now, and he already. No,
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, rig the system.
Yeah, he did.
Godly.
You know, rig the system, my boy.
I'm
I'm
real with
on it, you
oh
Q.
man.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Bryce is the best. I said that. You never heard me talk bad about Bryce. Look, even with the size, me and Goat argue about this all the time. Number two, I hate to say it, but CJ is that guy. And I never discredited him. All I said was he has a track team. I just showed you in the top 20, top 15, top 25. He got like 5, 6 players right there on the offensive line. In wide receiver, too. He got weapons. I didn't see not one damn Alabama guy till Jahmyr Gibbs closer to the end of the 30s. They all had an interior offensive lineman at like 25. That's it. That's it, bro.
Osiris.
It's facts when I say there are 4 guys or 5 guys for Ohio State that's going to be in the top first round. I'm not lying. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I wish people would stop arguing and look and listen. Doing this. I'm not being a hater. I don't hate CJ. I'm just telling y'all act like this boy walks on water, and I'm telling y'all it's closer than you think.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Them numbers right there did not lie.
Then they'll be like mock draft database, pro football focus, all them boys full of shit. That's what they'll say.
It's crazy.
Did you see if it needed an update?
Wow,
do.
really?
Oh man. I'm on it, you Q.
That issue ain't shit. Lord, that was a good one. That was a good one for real.
Oh man.
I
Need an update.
I just in there. How you receive the information is all I put it out there though. So y'all can stop calling Q a liar. Y'all can stop saying I'm being biased. The narrative is that CJ is that one alone talent. And I just showed you the narrative where Bryce Young is better. Not even the narrative. I just showed you the fact that the way how they got it is Bryce Young is better. They got CJ's right there as a close number 2. Will Anderson will be that guy, which they done pushed Will Anderson down for Jalen Carter. And then, like I said, Anthony Richardson is right there. People act like Anthony Richardson is unacceptable to take it number 1. The boy got the talent and is sitting right there. Now, if we tell you it's a matter of him having some therapy with old Anthony, with old Frank Reich, then just let a nigga have his therapy where he can sit down and talk to the man and learn something.
Yeah.
Nobody don't say that when y'all go to therapy for y'all little crazy asses. Nobody say nothing. Be ready to start life every day, but damn it, y'all get out there and do it. So let this boy have his life. If the narrative create and they want to do that because they want to bash somebody because it's not what they like. I'm not a Anthony Richardson. I'm not going to be pushing Anthony Richardson on people. I'm just trying to bring awareness because there's such high negativity to the guy. I'm like, well, damn, where all the negativity coming from?
Right.
He's a talented guy. Like I said before, he didn't have help. I'm not moving no goalposts. He didn't. He got one naked ass tackle sitting right there. And unfortunately, you saw what we was when we were the Panthers and we had just Trey Turner. We wasn't shit.
I know what it was. We were trash.
But they act like I'm pulling these narratives out of my ass pop. So that's why I got to show. I'm not going to keep arguing with people like Buddy who came on early. Show you. I'm going to just show you instead of just arguing. He said that I'm creating these narratives, moving the goalposts for Anthony Richardson. No, I'm not. The boy is not a scrub. They act like at number 1, we be taking somebody that's ranked number 30. No, the boy is in the top 5 in ranking. That is clearly a guy that you can take. That's all I'm saying.
All of them got to be developed.
Give the man his respect. They all, like I said earlier, and y'all laugh at me, but I said each one of these guys have a different little niche about them that has to be fixed. Each one of them. So it's all dependent upon which one you can take and mold, which one you feel more comfortable with, because they're also on the same level.
That's it. Eat, sleep, drink, football. That's all they're gonna be doing once they get drafted. So they get to work. They get to work on their craft. You know. So just gotta sit back and watch. Really. Very interesting. We in a good spot.
Fellas, y'all got anything? I've enjoyed this talk today. I mean, god damn, I love this.
Yeah, it was a good one. It really was. I like the call that came in real intense. You know, he had some different points that were definitely things to think about. 𝐥𝐤𝐤, you know, he always come in here with his shenanigans. He always come in and have his points. And Wiley, the veteran, you know, he always opens your eyes to maybe this scenario, maybe that scenario. So it was a good show.
Yeah. So if you're watching right now, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe to the channel. Show almost 3 hours. So look, make sure you catch my mock draft. It's coming out at 5 p.m. Be back here. It's going to premiere, so don't miss it. You're going to love it, man. So look, subscribe to the channel.
There you go, baby. Do that. Subscribe. Like the video.
Yes, sir.
Hit that chat up. Hit that chat up. Get interactive.
That's right. We talk back.
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what it is? I think guys are antsy, man. That's all it is. If you stay calm, keep your frame, they'll back off. Got to hit them with that knowledge, though.
Absolutely.
Look at here. The strength of Panther knowledge. Shout out to the GO.A.T. I love it, man. So, yeah, we can get up on out of here, man. We appreciate y'all, fellas, man. Y'all have yourselves a good rest of y'all evening.
Yeah,
All right, now.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding.